Hello, everyone. I'm JustHearMeowt. Welcome to my channel. Okay, day 8 of the Brian Walshe trial is done, and the prosecution has rested. It was actually a pretty effective day for them, I felt. They had 2 very good witnesses to close out the case, Anna's best friend and her boss, her former boss, Jem, who was there on New Year's Eve. But the best part of the day, in my opinion, was the incompetency of the defense, getting themselves in a hole with these witnesses and not knowing when to stop digging. It was already going to be a Hail Mary for Brian Walshe to testify and pull this off, but after the way today went, it is shaping up to possibly be one of the biggest disasters ever. I don't want to spoil any more of it. We'll just watch it together because I've got all of day 8 boiled down to a very efficient hour and a half. And if you don't have time to watch 8 hours of court each day, then this live session is for you because you'll get everything you could want or need right here in less than a quarter of the time. If you don't know who Brian Walshe is, he's a moron who's on trial for the murder of his wife, Anna, who disappeared on New Year's Day, January 2023. Now you might ask, well, how do we know she's dead if she was never found? Well, she wasn't found because Brian dismembered her body and got rid of it in local area dumpsters. And that's not an allegation. He literally changed his plea to guilty on the charges related to lying to the police and dismembering her body just a few weeks before the trial began. But Brian is adamant that while he might have cut up his dead wife's body, he did not murder her. This is somewhat hard to believe, considering this genius used his MacBook to do Google searches such as, can he be charged with murder without a body? Best way to dispose of body parts after a murder? Is it better to wash crime scene clothes or throw them away? Visiting the murder.blogspot.com website and other searches related to the removal of DNA evidence, etc. And of course, before we begin, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, this is a commentary channel meant to entertain and enlighten and inform, which means, of course, I will be pausing and talking during the video. And if you do enjoy what you see here, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Make sure to check out the different playlists in the description of this video about the different subjects we cover, such as Sarah Boone, Lauren Armstrong, Diane Downs. The list is getting bigger every day. Basically, if they're an idiot and a criminal, we're going to cover them. So hello to everyone who's here with us live in the chat, and hello to the replay crew. Please remember to hit the like button so we can avoid all unnecessary situations that would follow. All right, let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to night 8 of the rumble, the excitement, the adrenaline rush of the Brian Walshe trial. It has just been pure adrenaline the entire time. I told X Derek before we started, or actually, let me say hello, Suma, X Derek, if you want to say hello.
Hi.
Good, and you?
I didn't mean to me.
I didn't. Somehow, I know I was on the same text with you two, but I misunderstood. I didn't think X Derek was going to be here, and now I'm filled with joy.
Well, you're both tagged in the description, so go ahead and sub on up to both of them as well. Click on the little name. We're trying to get Suma to 50 billion. Is that the new target?
I thought it was 100,000.
No, okay, 100,000. She upped it though to 50 billion. Whatever. She wants 50 billion subs. She needs every person on earth to get 10 sock accounts. So I actually was telling X Derek, this might be, besides the opening statements, this is probably my second best. This was my second favorite part of the trial today because there's actual witnesses. It feels like a normal trial, and the defense looks so out of step and so tone deaf to what is happening. And we get some humanity introduced through the witnesses. Prosecution still has some of their problems, but they do a lot better interview, and the parole officer is another treat as well because it just does not look good at the end of this. So here we go. So what we got first up is Voir with Jem Mutlu or whatever. He is the guy that was there on New Year's Eve having dinner with them. He's the friend of the family, right? So before he can testify, they're going to go do voir dire with the jury out of the room, and they're going to basically hear him say what he's going to testify to. They do almost, a direct and cross. And I included that in here, even though he says the same things. I want to ask you at the end of it what you think is going to happen when he actually goes on the stand, because it's kind of funny to me. So here we go. Let's do this. Where is everyone? Well,
please spell your first and last name for the record.
Sure. It's officially spelled C-E-M, last name M-U-T-L-U. I also spell it with a G, G-E-M.
And can you state your name for us, sir?
Jem Mutlu.
And sir, right now I'd like to just focus on asking you some questions about a conversation you had with Anna Walsh on December 29th of 2022. Why did you call her that day? Why did you two talk that day?
I called her to congratulate her on her...
And I went with the 150 speed today instead of the 200 crack run from yesterday, so...
closing.
And how long was the conversation?
I believe it was about 45 minutes.
And besides congratulating her on the closing, what else did the two of you talk about?
We caught up as friends. We talked about plans and also her life at the time, how she was feeling. And yeah, we caught up on a number of things.
Okay, so what did she tell you about her life at the time?
That what I got from it was that there were some issues, marital issues included. And yeah, and that I told her, I said, I don't want you to be too strong. Have you considered therapy? And she said yes. Okay.
What is your memory of what she said as far as marital issues? And not your feeling, but what you remember the conversation to be, sir.
Sure. Part of it was that she was going back and forth from DC, which was taking a toll on her. And the fact that that Brian had not been able to leave Massachusetts, so the children were here. And
yeah, 150% is a lot better. The other reason for 200 yesterday was all those DNA witnesses. Who gives a shit? They were all saying the same thing. I mean, you didn't watch it, X-Ray. There are literally 10 DNA witnesses.
Also, yeah,
I
we
did
know
part one.
Her dead body was dragged all around that house, and he chopped her up. So, and
I did part one in step 5. Oh, okay. Who else did 2 and 3? Oh, that would be Tony and Sarah. Okay, we'll get Tony and Sarah. I did step 2. Sarah says, I did step 3. Okay, then we do the last part. No, then we send it out to the supervisor. Did you provide the report? No, I just prepared the report. I didn't do the analysis. That was Wendy. Okay, let's get Wendy up here. You think I'm kidding, but that's how it was.
And that was a huge burden.
Sorry, he's going to say it all again. But.
So the children were here, and that was a huge burden on her psyche. And that, there were other issues. I don't recall with precision as to what they were. I do recall clearly making a mental note to say, this is going to be a much longer conversation, face-to-face, together, and a conversation obviously we never had an opportunity to have.
Okay, so within that conversation, when she had discussions with you about marital issues, it was, I want to make sure that we've got this right. The difficulty of traveling, was that it, one of them, for work?
The fact that she was not seeing the children frequently.
All right, so that's more accurate. And I don't want to misstate what you're saying, sir.
That's correct.
Not seeing the children, and was also another part of it that Brian couldn't leave Massachusetts.
That's correct.
And I don't want to put words in your mouth, sir. I want to make sure that I'm getting your memory of the conversation. Is that what your memory of the conversation is?
Well, my memory of the conversation is that they had marital issues and that she was seeking counseling for all the difficulties in her life, including marital issues.
Okay.
And I encouraged her to do the same because she's a very strong person. And yes, I specifically remember telling her, I don't want you to be too strong.
Okay. And within the marital issues, did she say specifically what the marital issues were?
I don't recall going into detail during that conversation. There was another conversation we had in the summer. I remember that the parts of that conversation, that was almost a 2-hour-long conversation. I was in Puerto Rico at the time, and she and I had a lengthy conversation. At that time, she said that that Brian's art fraud case was taking its toll, that attorney fees were piling up, and that there was a lot of strain financially, a lot of difficulty, and
Okay, but more to the point of December 29th, I'm going to ask you again.
Yeah.
Did she say anything in the December 29th conversation with you about Brian not being able to leave Massachusetts?
I don't recall with precision. I recall the feeling of it. I do not recall with precision as to whether those words in particular were spoken.
Certainly. And do you have any memory of when she discussed marital problems with you on December 29th, any issues of not seeing the children, of her stating that?
Again, I do not recall with precision what words were spoken.
Okay.
That was the gist of a lot of her problems.
Okay. So when you say that's the gist, is that the gist from the December 29th conversation, or is that your understanding of her overall problems?
I believe it's both.
Okay. All right. So now I want to ask you about New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve, did you see Anna texting at all?
I did.
And from what you know of New Year's Eve, not from what people told you afterwards, do you know who she was texting to?
Yeah. That I recall, I believe she was texting Abdullah. I believe she was texting Will Festo, and I believe she may have been texting texting Emily, a mutual friend, and other people were texting her. It was New Year's Eve, so there was a lot of back and forth texting. Yeah.
And how do you know this from New Year's Eve? What did you experience, see, or what did you experience on New Year's Eve that lets you know this?
The Bethy Boop said, why didn't prosecution allow witness to refresh his memory, read the interview, whereas defense did? I don't know.
I was sitting right next to her at the kitchen table.
And did she ever say, now the three of, did you ever?
And I don't know why they didn't use his testimony from the report from before. I don't know.
Kitchen counter.
Kitchen counter.
Why is this voir dire in the first place?
Because they want to know what he's going to say and what's off limit for him to say. And they're saying that, you see how he's kind of saying, like, the feeling that I got, the impression I got, you can't say that.
So they're seeing whether or not it's admissible in court.
They're seeing if this guy can not jump over the rail, which he...
Yeah.
Did you ever...
on the counter there?
I don't think he's being dishonest at all, right? But he's not understanding the clear definition of... You can't just say the gist of it, or I got the feeling that, say, she told me that, right?
And they don't want the jurors hearing that.
The defense does not, which makes their decision at the end of this even weirder.
It was yes, there were stools on the counter.
And were you and Anna seated on
the same side? On the same side. I was seated here, and she was to my left.
directly side by side?
Directly side by side.
Did she ever?
And it'd be crazy if the defense tried to infer that him and Nana had an affair, right?
Are you serious? They're going to
show your phone that night when she was sitting with you there?
You're muted, Suma.
It's for the best.
She had her phone with her. She took a picture of us that night. Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Thank you. With the picture, do you remember who she sent it to that night? Not, and this is what I'm really going to focus you, sir, is that night, not what people told you afterwards. Do you have a memory of who she may have sent the picture you took with her that night?
I believe that she said, let's take a picture and send it to Will Fasto.
And, sir.
Out loud, she said that?
I believe so. I believe she said that to me that night. Let's take a picture out loud. Yes, let's take a picture and send it to Will Fasto. Again, I do not...
And this guy's getting real hung up on not being able to remember the exact words. This is, you need better prep here.
Remember it with precision, but I do remember the picture being taken. Yeah.
And sir, is it fair to say that along the lines of that statement, you told that to me yesterday at lunch? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Had you told me that before, to your memory?
I do not recall.
Okay. And on New Year's Eve, did you have any conversations with Anna about marital problems?
No.
Did you have any conversations with Brian about marital problems?
No.
And I think that covers the subject matter of the one. So I have no further questions at this point in time.
Good morning.
I'm going to be here. It's either going to be an earlier stream where I'm just streaming it live if he's testifying, or later after the band concert. And I will just be going through it live. It's not going to be all edited up nice and pretty like this.
You had just mentioned a conversation that you had with Ms. Walsh on the 29th of December.
Yes.
Could you have her lean into that mic so we can hear you?
Sure.
And
And by later, I mean like 9 p.m.
during that conversation, you told us that you mentioned, I think it was difficult to be away from
9
her
p.m.
kids.
Pacific?
Yeah, I got the band concert and then we go out to dinner.
Oh, okay.
I believe so, yes.
I think we said at one point that it was difficult to travel back and forth.
So this is the defense questioning him.
I believe so. I mean, those are things that I knew about her anyway. We're very close friends.
So let me just stop you. When you say those were things you knew about her anyways,
Yes.
what we're trying to do is focus you on things that she told you herself during that conversation. So as you sit here right now, do you have a memory of specifically what she told you herself on that 12:29 phone call?
I do not remember everything that was said during a 45-minute conversation with Anna that night.
So let me just jump in here for a second. You had a conversation with Anna Wells on December 29th of 2022.
I did.
And you remember the conversation was about 45 minutes long.
That's correct.
So what I want you to just...
Yes, not FBI. This is state's witness. This is Jem Mutlu, and you can see it in the corner here. This is the Walsh family friend and his former boss, and possibly more.
This guy? Or you mean Will?
What?
Will or this guy?
This guy.
Hear me
This
out
guy
won't
doesn't-
tell us yet.
I don't think he likes the ladies.
No, that's what I was thinking too. But
Well,
apparently,
I mean,
that's
you
not-
never know, but just going by the way he moved his
That-
microphone.
Yeah, I don't think this guy likes the ladies. I think he
No, he
prefers
was
Japanese
like-
gentlemen. That turtleneck.
distinguish between, sir, is you don't have to remember the exact words that she used these years later, but you have to have a memory that she actually said what you're discussing, as opposed to this feeling, this gist. You have
Plus, he's wearing wearing bling around his neck, and he's talking about the necklace he got.
He's in a unitard.
I bet that necklace is underneath here, under the turtleneck.
I thought
memory
he
that
should be at that Mbop planet with the rest of his cult followers, but I'm the only one who sees it, I think.
she, even if you don't remember the exact word that she did discuss with you,
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, what? I missed it. Sorry, I heard something
No,
downstairs.
it's okay.
That was great.
You know that
Oh, you were
cult?
making fun of me?
No,
No, not at all.
The cult with that old
What were they
Closeted-
called?
Mba. All I remember is Mba.
Nambla?
No, it wasn't Bob, was it?
Similar. Well, the planet had something.
The
Someone here will know.
heavenly
National
heavenly-
North National Association
Heaven's
of Man
Gate?
Boy Love? or
No,
something?
not them. The Heaven's Gate. Heaven's
Yeah.
Gate.
Oh yeah. Heaven's Gate.
Remember
Yeah.
that man
looks-
who looked
he
like
looks
this
like the
without the
dude.
beard?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
He looks just like him.
I don't know.
Yeah,
This guy
and
looks
he has
normal to
Haley
me.
Bob.
Haley Bob.
Hellbop, right.
for instance, what council just said, this idea of being troubled by not seeing the children.
So again, shortly after I discussed, I explained over a 2.5 hour statement to Detective Harrison what I remembered because it was all fresh. And that testimony you do have. What I do not
I
remember,
assume you've reviewed that in connection with your testimony here today.
I'm sorry,
Have you reviewed your prior statements to the
I have not. No, I have not. So it's been 3 years, and that's why some of the very words that were spoken, I do not remember. I do remember very specifically having made a mental note to say, she has told me that there are marital issues, that she is seeking counseling, that it's been hard on her, and that this gets to be a much longer conversation. So I made that note, and I was going to reach out to her after the New Year's Eve event to schedule a time in person.
I mean, those seem like very valid things to remember of the conversation. Very important.
To speak about those issues.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Term marital issues. When you first started talking to us this morning, you stated what I got from the conversation. And you had told us that, you were close with Anna, right?
Yes, very close.
So when you say that you got from her, was it just your feeling that during this conversation that she was having marital issues, or she specifically said the words marital issues?
I do not recall her using the words marital issues. I recall her talking about problems with Brian.
Amen.
And when you say
Tim.
problems with Brian, the two that you have specified were being away from the children and
Well, no, like I said, I'm not going to be doing editing for tomorrow. I would just be pulling up the
Completely
stream.
misses the whole point there.
going back and forth from work.
I'll take a minute to try and remember if there was anything else that was that I can remember right now.
Well, and you previously testified today that Brian not being able to come to DC.
So the feeling that you got was that she was having marital issues, but it wasn't a statement that she said to you.
No, it was. She did mention problems. She did mention issues. I just don't recall her using the words marital issues.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You can step down, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
So
So they're going to discuss it here.
You are unmuted.
witness stated she told me there are marital issues. And then when asked about the term marital issues, he stated that there were problems in the marriage, being away from the children and traveling back and forth from work. I would suggest that those come from that conversation and that is absent of a feeling or a gist and would be admissible. And I would ask, and I would actually even lead on that just to make sure that we're going to the right portion and I'm not misstating what he said.
Well, I'll hear from the defense both with regard to the initial argument and also what's your position if I do what's your position with regard to leading?
I would object. I don't think it's appropriate or necessary. He's a grown man. If there's an objection, I will make it. I don't think this is appropriate to lead this particular witness where they want him to go.
You are going to regret that, man. I mean, just based on what we saw, does it sound like this guy's going to stay on path? Right?
No,
So far. No. This is wishful thinking here.
With respect to the
By all three of them, prosecution, defense, and judge.
testimony, I don't think he should be able to use the term marital issue or marital problems. He was consistently pressed about what Anna told him. It's clear that this was his feeling, his characterization of that conversation. The purpose of this hearsay
When did I say no update tonight? I said Thursday night. Day 9.
exception is to admit specific statements of a witness to show state of mind or motive. It is not a chance
And I'm still thinking I can do it. But I got to stop talking over this person.
witness where they want him to go. With respect to the testimony, I don't think he should be able to use the term marital issue or marital problems. He was consistently pressed about what Anna told him. It's clear that this was his feeling, his characterization of that conversation. The purpose of this hearsay exception is to admit specific statements of a witness to show state of mind or motive. It is not a chance for this witness to pontificate about his feelings and responses to that witness. So I think he should be limited to just what she said. And I would object if he starts talking about marital problems or marital issues because I believe that was his characterization.
All right. So as I said to him. He doesn't have to remember the exact words that she used. What he needs to remember is that she actually said it to him. It seems to me there are at least 3 things that he recalls her saying to him. Maybe not the exact words, but you just went through, that the back and forth was taking a toll on her, not seeing the children. I don't know if you put those 2 as one, that Brian hadn't been able to leave Massachusetts. And that was a huge burden on her psyche, I think is what he said. I think those are fair statements that he can bring in. I don't think he's had the benefit now of this voir dire in which he's gotten a little bit of legal instruction. I don't know how it's going to play out real time with regard to that word marital problem, marital issues. But I suspect we'll take that as it comes. He may stay away from that just because he's just been cautioned and just been sort of made aware of the distinction that he doesn't recall her using those words. So I suspect he won't bring that up. If he does, we'll either clarify it by saying...
What?
The audio was kind of weird.
Oh, I was playing a laugh sound. Did you not hear it?
It sounded like just electronic distortion, at least for me.
It sounds like electronic distortion?
I mean, you could tell it's...
Whatever.
To have any memory of her actually using those words. And I will entertain a motion to strike. But I think the general gist of he remembers enough of that conversation that some of it's going to come in. Backside of it. Is the Commonwealth intending to bring up during his examination the Puerto Rico conversation?
No, Your Honor. That is the first I heard of it. I wouldn't do that.
All right. And then the other information that he provided, I guess, to the Commonwealth yesterday, that Anna said, let's take a picture and send it to Will Fasto. I assume the defendant isn't objecting to that.
We're not, Your Honor.
All right.
All right, so bring the jury in. Now he's going to testify.
Spell your name for the record.
Sure. It's C-E-M, last name M-U-T-L-U. I also spell it with a G, G-E-M.
And could you tell us your name, sir?
Jem Mutlu.
Sir, what do you do for work?
I'm a realtor.
How long have you been a realtor?
About 25 years.
And what geographic area do you sell?
Boston, suburbs, and eastern Massachusetts.
Commercial or residential?
Residential.
And sir, are you familiar with Brian Walsh?
I am.
Can you tell us how you're familiar with Brian Walsh?
We met at a leadership program back in 2020.
Can you tell us the name of the leadership program?
Boston Breakthrough
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate.
Academy.
And so how long did the program go on for?
It was the length of a semester, practically. Started at the beginning of the year and ended about the summer.
And so you met Mr. Walsh at this leadership program. What was your relationship with him during this program?
In the program, there was a buddy system. Everyone partnered.
What's so unbelievable is that Brian graduated a leadership seminar. He doesn't do anything.
With someone.
I was going to say, leadership and being a criminal, but he's not even a good criminal.
No.
Brian asked to be my partner, and that's how we got to know each other.
And so did you maintain a relationship with him after the leadership program?
Yes, I did.
Now, are you familiar with Brian's wife, Anna Walsh?
Yes, I am.
How are you familiar with Anna?
I met her through Brian. She came to one of the graduations, and then I was introduced and knew about her interest in real estate. We had a mutual friend, so it was inevitable that we would meet.
And sir, I'm going to ask if you can pull that microphone closer to you. I think that'll help out.
Sure.
Okay, much better, sir. So, sir, did Anna Walsh ever work for you?
Yes, she did.
When did you hire Anna Walsh to start working for you?
It was the summer of 2020.
And what was her role for you?
She was our director of operations for my team.
And your team, how large was your team at this point in time?
When she started, there were a few of us, but eventually we had 3 operators and I believe 5 or 6 agents and part-time marketing directors, et cetera.
And how would you characterize your relationship with Anna Walsh?
We became very close as friends.
And when did she stop working for you?
It was the spring of 2022.
Why did she stop working for you?
In the fall of 2021, she told me that she was offered a stellar job.
And it is going much slower. He does have pauses. I do include a little clip in here at 100% with the breaks just to get kind of the emotional feel when it switches over. Just so you can know how bad the tone is of the defense.
Opportunity in DC. And she asked for my blessings for it.
Now, sir, when the two of you work together, how often...
You can see right here, right? He's already...
What is he doing?
He's trying to keep it together. It looks
really?
less weird. Yeah, it looks less weird at normal speed.
That's keeping it together?
That's, are we sure he's not getting beamed up to Mbop or something? Because...
I'm telling you.
You are sure that he's not into the ladies. Look at this.
He's just trying to do some breathing exercises, I think.
With the two of you
that's what he's doing, Suma. The equivalent of that.
communicate?
Practically every day, multiple times a day.
And after she stopped,
Like he can tell, he feels it. It's coming on. He's going to cry, and he doesn't want to cry. He wants to get the testimony out there.
working for you, how often would you communicate?
Not as frequently.
What was your relationship like with
Remember, this is the last guy to see her alive before she was dismembered.
Is this her best friend?
No, her best friend's a girl.
That's what I thought.
She's last, but it just seemed like he's a mentor, right? Or
right. I mean,
whatever.
they're friends. I was just wondering if this is the best friend, which is possible.
No. Yeah. But yeah, he's the last person to see her body. Not even just see her alive, right? Because at a funeral, you get to see him in the casket. Let's say goodbye. She's gone. Like, he was the last person besides Brian to see her in one piece.
her family?
Brian and her children.
Yes, sir.
I saw them as my own.
Now, did you ever have,
There you go. See, he's not doing good.
or your team, is probably the better way to put this, did your team ever have the opportunity to sell any properties for Anna Walsh?
Yes, we did.
Can you tell us what properties your team sold for Anna Walsh?
We sold a property in Marblehead where they were living when I met them. And then we moved them to a property in Cohasset. And then we sold that property as well for them.
Were there any investment properties?
Oh, don't make fun of the guy, guys. He looks weird because he's at 150%. I'm telling you, in the live chat when I was in there, everyone was like, I feel really bad for this guy.
Let me just say something, though. You can't have this channel and be who you are and be like, oh, don't make fun of the guy.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm trying to vouch.
We know that he's in pain and this is serious. Obviously, it's a tragedy, but you know.
Your team was able to sell for Anna Walsh?
Tragedy. Yada, yada, yada.
It's a family tragedy.
He still looks like he's leading a cult.
Sorry for your loss.
And it's, yeah.
Where was that property?
In Revere.
And do you remember when that sale occurred?
Well, that sale would have closed on.
He also said he's gay.
No, we didn't. No,
We
Shelley,
assumed he was gay. We didn't say he was.
You
We
just said
we
he's gay.
assumed he was.
I just said he doesn't look like he's into ladies.
I said he preferred the company of
That
men.
could mean a lot of things.
Confirmed bachelor.
Yes.
December 29th.
I'm just saying, get ready, because the defense is very over the line with this guy.
Or just a day or so before, because I called her on the 29th, a couple days before New Year's to congratulate her.
So I'm going to ask you some questions about December 29th now, sir.
Yes.
When you called her, how long do you think that call was?
It was about 45 minutes.
And why did you call her?
I called to congratulate her on the closing, and I found out that she was going to reinvest that property.
And when you say reinvest that property,
Rather, reinvest the proceeds from the sale of the.
If not for anything else, that I know I could never look this dressed or made up when I'm this age. He's a fashion sense, right? Put together, right?
He's like a modern day beatnik kind of look.
He's like a boat captain. I expect him to have a captain's hat, right?
Yes,
And
he does look like a boat captain or a
like on his
spaceship
yacht, right?
Gay cruise.
No, neither do we. We're just speculating. Get him out of here! Was that some gay guy? Get him out of here!
What do you mean, like he's queer?
I'm trying to. I just had a flash of a movie, but I don't remember. Like when they're trying to explain. No, he prefers the company of men. And like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What is?
and sir, are you familiar with what's called a 1031 exchange?
Is that from Seinfeld? Maybe.
I am.
Could you just tell us what a 1031 exchange is?
Sure. It's a federal like-kind tax-deferred exchange program where after a specific closing, a buyer.
I'm going to interrupt you because of the noise outside.
Sure.
And then once that passes,
Of course.
it's kind of tough to compete with that.
Of course.
Look at my audio skills. You didn't hear shit.
All right, now, sir, I think that's passed. You said that there's a certain period of time for this exchange. Can you tell us again?
Correct. Typically, buyers have 45 days to declare 1, 2, or 3 properties. It has to be of equal or greater value, and they would have 6 months, 180 days to close on 1, 2, or 3 of those properties to equal again or be greater than the value of the proceeds of the sale.
And so your understanding at this point in time was that Anna Walsh was going to use these funds for a 1031 exchange.
That's correct. I was happy for her that she would actually reinvest and that that she would grow financially.
Now, during this conversation, what plans were made for New Year's Eve?
She specifically told me, she said, I know you. You're not going to go anywhere for New Year's Eve. You're just going to stay at home. Please come and spend New Year's with us.
Did you agree to?
I did.
Now, during the conversation, what did she tell you? Well, let me ask you this. When you had this conversation, did she have any problems?
Yes,
What did she tell you about these problems?
She had.
So let me just give you a little midstream instruction with regard to the expected testimony.
Basically says it's not, it's, what?
I expect now that Mr. Mutlu is going to provide some testimony regarding
State of mind, but not proof of the matter asserted.
statements that were made by Anna Walsh during this conversation on December 29, 2022. Statements made by Anna Walsh are being admitted only for the limited purpose of establishing her state of mind, cannot be considered as proof of the criminal acts charged. You may proceed.
Thank you. So,
I mean, they borderline try to Me Too him at the end here.
sir, what did she tell you as far as problems she was having in this conversation on December 29th?
While I don't remember the specific words that were spoken after 3 years,
Yes, sir.
I will tell you that she did say that at the time that they were having marital problems.
Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. You didn't want him to do leading questions, did you, defense? This is what was obviously going to happen. Everyone knew this was going to happen.
Your Honor,
Said
characterization.
she was
All
going
right.
to say objection.
I'll strike the character.
Right, but if you don't want it, it doesn't matter. If you say, I don't care if you strike it. It's in the jury's mind. Remember, all they've been hearing so far is like, oh, well, they didn't say anything about affair, and they were buying property together. They were investing, plans for the future, marital problems. There you go.
Characterization.
Fits a lot with his search for divorce attorneys, doesn't it? On the 27th.
Why don't you approach it a different way?
I will. What did she tell you as far as traveling back and forth?
That it was taking a toll on her, that she wasn't, that obviously as a mother, not seeing her children.
Your Honor, objection. Move to strike. May we be seen at sidebar?
Well, this is what you asked for, you friggin' loser.
You may be.
Sidebar. Sidebar.
Sir, what did she say about not seeing the children?
That it was difficult for her.
And what did she say about Brian Walsh not being able to leave Massachusetts?
Again, I don't recall specifically the words that were spoken.
Okay.
I do not recall exactly every single word that was spoken during that conversation.
Understood. It's been 3 years, sir.
It has.
Okay.
I did
we
give
get it.
Detective Harrison.
Objection, Your Honor. Move to strike.
All right, we'll strike that last portion.
It's okay. And sir,
Another
again,
question.
Sure,
thank you.
I understand.
Now, sir, moving past December 29th. Okay. When was the next time you got to see Anna Walsh?
On December 31st,
Where did you get to see Anna Walsh?
at their rental house in Cohasset.
Okay. So that night when you went to the rental house, did you bring anything with you?
I did.
What did you bring with you?
I brought fruit and chocolate for the children, and yeah.
And
Gee! Don't bring anything for the kids. Just kidding.
about what time do you think you got to their home that night?
About 8:30.
I'd bring a 2-liter of Pepsi and I'd be the hit of the party along with a pie
Was anyone with you when you went?
and a bucket of KFC. Original.
I bring laughing gas. Everyone has a good time.
To the home.
Yes. I mean, not with me. No, there were people in the home.
Well, we're going to get to that. So, but with you, there was no one else with you in your car.
There was no one else with me. No.
Okay. And so tell us what happened when you got there at the Walsh house.
Anna came running out of the house to greet me.
See, he's breaking down.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And when she greeted you, where'd you go, sir?
Excuse me.
Where did you go? When she greeted you, where were you when she greeted you?
I was still pulling up into the driveway. She came running out of the house with no coat on. It was freezing.
And what happened when she greeted you?
What is it?
What happened when she greeted you? What did she do?
I'm sorry, couldn't
What
hear.
did she do?
I prefer a movie reference. She came running out like Helen Hunt at the end of Castaway. Jim! Jim, wait! I mean, hello!
Sir.
What did she do? Well, I opened the door. We hugged each other, and then she ushered me in. And,
Now, when you got inside, who was home?
Brian was there.
And where were the children at this?
I don't think he's as sensitive as he's replaying this night in his mind right now. And it is way too much. Because like he said, he didn't review his testimony. I don't think that was like him being like, oh, I shouldn't do it. He's like, I don't want to do that. Like, I do not like to relive this.
Yeah, and sometimes if you kind of like, if he hasn't done this at all since, and when you're under that kind of pressure, it can like really overcome you. Like,
Right. It all becomes real, right? You're actually in the trial now. You're staring at this piece of shit Brian over there, and he's sitting over there doodling like
and
this.
you're just like, really?
He's sitting there like this, like.
Yeah. He's like an SCTV character.
By the way, that is him directly after her best friend is crying and gets off the stand and the jury is leaving. And he's standing be like,
He's like, that was funny, right? Wasn't that funny?
Why did they keep asking all these questions? I was like, oh man, did you see? The way I figured out Brian's expression. Well, it was positive. He's like, Brian's expression is he always looks like he's talking to somebody on the way out of a movie. Oh, remember when that remember when there was that
What
big
do you think?
explosion?
Was it good, right? I thought it was good.
Oh my God, remember the guy caught the bullet and then they jumped out of the plane and with the parachute?
I think that's his. I'm self-conscious because I brutally murdered my wife, and everyone in this room knows it.
Remember when the T-Rex came out of the pen and ate the guy?
He's like, oh my God, that part in the bar when they.
By the way, I know you have lip reading skills, right? I'm thinking what he says right here. Something about, I thought they were going to ask more questions about, or I can't believe they were asking all these questions about. Oh. And she's trying to get a joke, be like, what are they doing? What are they asking all these questions? Like they didn't even find all the spots I hid the stuff.
I can't believe they didn't ask this guy if he's gay.
Wait, and he follows it up with, and then she looks up, and I think she says something like, "Shut the fuck up! The jury's still in the room. Take that fucking smile." Sorry, I don't mean to curse out. Take that smile off your face, Brian. The jury is still in the room. They haven't even all stood up. They're still getting in line, and you're over here looking like this.
She looks not happy
because she says something, and then he goes, "Watch."
Oh, can I see?
You need to stop smiling like a stupid jackass Cheshire cat. After you realize you're gonna fail on the stand, we're all pissed because there's no way you can match what they did on the stand. You can't even do it on the table.
Never gonna be able to afford a proper scrunchie if you keep acting like this.
Yeah. You realize you're gonna be going to prison forever, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I am. I am going to prison forever. And then I think he says something here like, well, how do you think it went? Right? Do you see that? How do you think it went?
Something went.
Sorry. How do you think it went? Yeah, they definitely like those witnesses, and they're gonna hate your guts. Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably will.
We're sleeping.
And so when you got inside, where did the three of you kind of socialize or congregate?
Sure. It was in the kitchen countertops. There was a large island.
And Ms. Gilman, could we have Exhibit 3? Sir, can you see that screen? Showing, for the record,
yes.
Exhibit 3 is on the screen. You were nodding your head. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Is that where the three of you socialized that night?
Yes.
Ms. Gilman, if you take that down. Now, what was Anna Walsh's demeanor that night when you were in their kitchen?
Festive. Very happy to see me. And
And I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's it.
What was Brian Walsh's demeanor like while the three of you were together?
He seemed fine. He seemed happy.
And
because he's I didn't even know this before. I don't know how I missed this. You know, he's actually a diagnosed sociopath.
Brian?
Like he did. Yeah. He had to do all that pretrial stuff for his federal case, and they do the examination and everything. And he spent time in a psych ward apparently, and they said he's a sociopath and he's never going to get better.
Yeah, I mean sociopaths don't get better. And I'd be more surprised if he wasn't a diagnosed sociopath, or at least if there's a diagnosis and it wasn't sociopath, I would be surprised.
But to get the diagnosis, I feel like you don't hear that a lot.
You don't, but it's usually
so when we were looking at Exhibit 3, where were you?
Sorry, I mixed my screen up. Go ahead.
It's usually in criminal cases you don't hear it, but in cases like federal cases, like what he did with the art and all that, you know, those hoity-toity crimes, they get that stuff done a lot.
Oh,
yeah, I think that's how it seems to me.
Seated as far as being around in the kitchen.
Anna and I were seated on the stools at the kitchen, and Brian was on the other side preparing the meal and serving us drinks and food.
Okay. Now, that night, did anyone join the three of you?
Yes.
Who joined the three of you?
Their oldest son.
And what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that was Googling the murder stuff later? And... It's like, Jim, how do you spell dismemberment?
What happened when he joined the three of you?
he ran to me and he said, Jem, I haven't seen you in a while. I miss you. And he hugged me.
I mean, I get the feeling like, I don't know if you guys had this, right? When I was in California, right? We didn't have any relatives around it. So all my parents' friends became like uncle and auntie, right? Even though they're just friends. I feel like this is like, you know, Uncle Jim or Grandpa Jim, right? Like that kind of stuff, right? Like he's a surrogate family member because his mom's crazy and her parents are over in Europe, right? So
Yeah. It's like
he's a grandfather figure.
My father grew up with a lot of uncles, if you know what if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Is he an escort? I don't get it. What are you talking
He
about?
wasn't, but you know, his mother was.
I don't know. I just didn't understand the reference. Because you said, do you catch what I
just literally referencing what you just said.
No, I didn't catch it. I didn't catch your drift.
Okay. Never mind.
Now,
My
did you
family's
take
very
any
sexy. You wouldn't understand.
Okay.
photos
Got it.
with the oldest child that night?
Yes, Anna took a photo.
And that night, Anna took the photo. What did she use to take the photo?
I believe it was her cell phone that she used.
And so that night with her cell phone, could you see her doing anything with her cell phone?
She was texting folks.
And do you know who she was texting?
Well, I do know that she had either received a text message or was texting back with Abdullah. And I believe she said, let's take a photo for Will and send it to Will Festo. And I believe she was texting with Emily, and it would have been maybe a bunch of other friends who were texting her. It was New Year's Eve, a lot of messages back and forth.
How long was their oldest child with you that night?
I'm going to say a half hour, maybe a little more.
And that night, what did the three of you have to drink?
Mostly wine and champagne. I don't recall having had hard liquor.
And
Woodbridge.
did you do anything with the champagne?
Woodbridge.
Have you heard of Magnums?
Yeah. Well, we had a little bit of leftover from the bottle before, and then we went and got another one. But he's like, I can't get drunk.
Champagne box that night.
Yes.
What did the three of you do with the champagne box?
We all signed it.
Your Honor, we have previously marked as exhibits 257, 258, 259, pictures of the champagne box. Almost see close.
You may.
Ms. Gilman, could we have
So the previously marked exhibits 257, 58, and 59 are identified for the record now as three photos. 257 is the side of the bottle that Anna Walsh signed.
Sorry, I
258.
thought I cut this
one,
out.
which is now
All right. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Here's the wine bottle.
box the three of you signed?
Yes.
I was curious to see this because this looks like a milk jug. I was thinking like the Franzia box wines, right? You know what I mean? I mean, not that I drink box wine, but
Nothing wrong with box wine, but Franzia.
No.
I've never had it.
I mean, I just don't drink wine. But that's what I'm expecting. Doesn't this look like a milk jug?
And are you able to
Like a quart of, or like maybe some
I
European
think it's the
size?
red line. I think it's the red line kind of gives it that look.
Oh, makes it
What
look
is
like
this?
it's a thing on top.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying this is like a square. The red is flush
It's
with
a
the white. is what you're
rectangular
saying.
prism.
Size of a wine
Yeah.
bottle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. It's not wine in a box. See, that's what I was thinking. A wine box. You're signing, the Franzia.
Sometimes I wonder if people do that, write on it like that so you can't regift it, or because somebody else regifted it and they had to because this kind of thing that you see in really makes the rounds.
So wow, 22, what a year, and yet we are all still here. And
Oh boy.
forever, let's make 2023 the best one yet. That's so tragic. This is their signature. That she's dead within 3 hours of 2023.
Yeah.
Right.
writing on the box in exhibit 257?
Yes.
I mean, that's almost like that wedding couple, like they were killed on their wedding night, like after the ceremony, they're
Oh my
starting
God!
out
with
forever.
The drunk driver.
The horrible drunk driver lady, right? But I mean, this is just like it's just like.
Could you read it out loud for us, sir?
Sure. Wow.
Kill her on the second, at least, asshole.
2022. What a year. And yet we are still here and together. Let's make 2023 the best one yet. We are the authors of our lives. Courage.
Lance, and somebody look up X-Derek, you like looking things up, especially with pictures. Look up Lanson wine. What is this? What does this kind of run? I don't understand.
Lanson?
It says LANSON is what the brand is here. With the
It's
red
champagne.
Okay.
Love, perseverance, compassion, and joy. Love, Anna.
Ms. Gilman, can we now have exhibit 258, which is file number 7222? Sir, does this look like the side that Brian signed?
Yes.
Could you read in this portion if it's possible?
Yes.
Oh, look at that creativity. Jem, Anna, Brian, New Year's Eve 2023. To the best.
Jem, Anna, Brian, New Year's Eve 2023. To the best triumvirate ever. Love, Brian. And then the date, December 31st, 2022.
And finally, Ms. Gilman, could we have
Somewhere
file number
between
7?
50 to $80.
2.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I don't buy liquor or alcohol, so I don't have a good.
Oh, when do you get your sainthood, Derek? When are you up for nomination?
He drinks it. He just doesn't buy it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good point.
He's just cheap.
2-4, which has now been.
Are you finished with that?
Yeah, you gonna finish that?
You gonna finish that? No, I don't. No, I don't drink, man. I was just saying. Are you finishing that? Because
Admitted
I
as
think
exhibit.
they do have box wine as well, though. Oh no,
259.
no. They're just saying that their champagne comes in boxes.
got it.
Right, the bottle.
Sir, do you recognize this side of the box?
Yes, it's my handwriting.
And can you read what you wrote on the box?
Yes. No place I'd rather be but here. New Year's Eve 2022. Jem.
I don't know what happened to the timer on the top of this because I had the timer here the entire time, but I must have done
That
it.
night, did the oldest child give you anything?
Yes, he did.
What did he give you?
Big wet kiss. No.
He gave me a necklace.
Now, that night,
Okay, look at Brian. He's smiling right there as you can hear Jem
He gave you-
breaking up
he gave me
on
a
the
necklace.
stand.
now,
Who's your bet?
that
Look at he's smiling. No, I mean, we don't see it fully, but he's just like,
Yeah. I mean, he's not upset.
he's like, is this guy almost done?
night,
He's thinking about.
Did you see
something
any
else.
injuries on
He's got
Anna?
that look?
He's thinking about something at the like his brain is so low functioning. I think he's thinking about
What he's gonna eat?
I can't wait to finish that bag of Cheez-Its in my jail cell.
Correct.
I got that bag, and I get another bag.
Bag of Cheez-Its.
Oh,
and
I wonder if
what am I gonna do? You know.
What if I can get back to the commissary, and get another bag of Cheez-Its, and then he's thinking, what can I mold into Cheez-It size thing, and then with orange dye and sell it to other prisoners. What I could make a killing off of making these Cheez-Its. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Mastermind.
do you have any concerns about her health?
Physical health?
Yes.
No.
And that night, do you remember what Brian Walsh told you he had for income that year in 2022?
Yeah.
Maybe Compass Realty Hitman says maybe he doesn't know proper emotional reactions. Maybe that could be a psychopathic trait. Well, we know he doesn't know real world reactions appropriately. You don't cut up your wife's body if she dies suddenly, unless you murdered her.
Yes. The gist of it was that it was $50,000 or $60,000 that I remember.
And
Brian was making $50,000 or $60,000 a year. I'm not dissing the income. I'm dissing it in comparison to his wife that's making $220,000 plus bonus, supporting all of them. And this turd is not doing anything. I doubt he made $60,000. What, did he scam somebody recently?
Also, I mean, that's fine. It doesn't even matter what he makes. It's just the fact that he's such an a-hole about like Gucci this and she had Louis Vuitton that. It's like, shut up. You know he's got to wear like expensive sneakers and like just. Ugh.
Yeah, and for what Derek tells us in that area, what you tell us in that area, that's not that much.
No,
60,000.
60 grand. It's
No,
in this
not
area.
well. He's in right.
Well, his mom pays his rent though, so it's pretty much $60,000 in disposable income that he can spend on Marshall's gift cards,
But it's not.
and Tyvek suits, and hammers, and hacksaws, and hatchets.
night, did he tell you about Anna's compensation that she now had at Tishman Speyer?
Yes, and I believe he said that it was $240,000 plus with bonus it would add up to roughly $300,000.
What problems did you see between the two of them that night?
None, nothing that was visible. It was a festive night.
And that night, what did Mr. Walsh tell you about his cell phone?
At some point, he said that he had misplaced his phone, and I remember this vividly. That he said that it actually felt refreshing to be away from the phone for a little while.
Which is weird because we know that's a lie, right? We know he had his phone the entire time based on his text searches. Don't we? I really don't remember. Unfortunately, this trial has been boring as shit. And I can't remember all the details that the prosecution is trying to like sprinkle out there, like like a party popper. Here's the details. Do we know that he doesn't have his phone on the New Year's? We know he has it back, but like, was he just lying about like when he got it back or what?
I don't know. I stopped paying attention to those.
Because if not, then it is premeditation. I think I said that earlier in the stream. He's already saying, I lost my phone.
Did he tell you what time he normally goes to bed?
Yes, because I asked him, because it was getting late and I didn't want to overstay my welcome. And I believe he said around 9:30 because they were waking up early for the kids.
And
it's New Year's. Am I the asshole? Do people go to bed before midnight on New Year's when you go to a party at somebody's house?
Oh, at a party? No.
Well, I mean, a get together on a New Year's.
Well, he probably asked because he didn't want to be rude because he started getting the feeling that this guy wants me to leave.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I got some murdering to do.
Right. I wish this fellow would leave so I could finish chopping my wife up.
I just feel like New Year's Eve is the one night you shouldn't be expected to have to ask. Like if somebody's sitting there at 10:30, you've invited them over New Year's, and they're just giving you the evil eye, and then they go on Facebook the next day saying like, this asshole was just sitting there at 10:30 with his Coke, nursing it. He wasn't getting out of it. We wanted to go to bed. I'm like, it's New Year's Eve.
Right. But that's why, I have a feeling if it was a festive mood, this guy wouldn't have been asking,
Yeah.
Is Anna alive on New Year's Eve? No.
Yeah.
Oh, she
New
is.
Year's
Okay.
Eve, yes.
Right.
Yeah, she's alive when he leaves, and he says, according to Brian's timeline,
that's the night she dies, gets killed.
Yes, according to Brian's timeline, assuming he's there at, I don't know if he says he was there through New Year's. I assume he was. But according to Brian's timeline, at 1:30, she was in bed. He went down to clean the kitchen. He did that for an hour. At 2:30, he went back upstairs, or he went down at 2:30 and then went back up an hour later. But I think it was he went down at 1:30, went back up at 2:30, found her in the bed, tried shoving her, and she was unresponsive, and he shoved her again, and she fell off the bed. So within like 2 hours of this guy leaving, she's dead, unresponsive from natural, unexplained death. And within 3 hours of this guy leaving, he's Googling how to dismember a body.
So after hearing
as one does
this, what did you decide to do?
I said, I better go.
About what time was it when you left the home that night?
I'm going to say it was probably around 1:30. Again, I don't recall with precision, but it was probably around that time.
And now, when you left, did you go right home?
No, I actually stopped at
I don't know where the kids are. I don't think they're with the crazy grandma.
a big shopping mall nearby because I wanted to pick the music home, and I did not want to be driving and picking the music home that night. So I stopped there, and there was, to my recollection, there was nobody else there. Lots of lights around. Yeah.
If anyone's confused at what he's saying, as a music guru myself, what he's doing is he's setting up his playlist for his drive home because he doesn't want to be moving on his phone and driving at the same time. Guy is responsible. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, he should have had that playlist set up beforehand, but if you don't, pull over, set up the playlist, put all Hear Me Out videos on it. Actually, don't do that because if you're driving, I don't want you falling asleep.
Before you left that evening, was there any conversation?
Somebody like that joke?
Oh,
I have Hear Me Out videos playing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No, but I meant I don't want you falling asleep if you're, don't put my playlist on if you're driving at night. I don't want you wrapping around the,
right
bridge embankment.
Safety first.
Yeah. Another Hear Me Out listener. God damn, so young.
Dropping like flies.
Tragic.
About a work emergency for Anna?
It's like the fourth one this decade.
No.
Now, when was it the next time you tried to contact Brian or Anna?
It was the following day.
And how'd you try to contact them?
I sent them a text message.
Ms. Gilman, could we have what's been marked as Exhibit 166? Sir, showing you what's been marked as 166, do you see the blue bubble where it says, I love my necklace?
I do.
Was that your text to Brian Walsh?
Yes, I believe I had sent it to both of them, both Brian and Anna.
Ms. Gilman, could you scroll all the way up to the top of that document?
Yeah.
So, sir, you see where it says participants?
Yeah.
And so do you believe you sent it to those two,
Yes.
those two other people?
To both.
Oh, I've got another quiz. For those who didn't see, neither of you saw today's trial, right?
Correct.
No.
I want you to guess in the chat. If you've seen it, don't guess, please. We don't want to spoil the fun. There's discussion of a diamond ring that Anna owned. It's not really explicitly detailed, but like it's kind of implied like Brian bought it for her. What is the dollar value, estimated value of that ring? Because they do discuss it. I want a dollar figure in there. It is over 1,000, so just put a number with K behind it, okay? So if you get
the carats or the
the dollar the valuation
1,000, yeah.
Yeah, so if it's $10,000, put 10K. Okay, so I want everyone to put their guesses in there. Get it on record. What is Brian supposedly supplying his wife in terms of a diamond ring?
Brian and Anna,
Did he buy it?
And Ms.
That is not discussed.
Ms. Gilman, could you scroll down to the top of page 2? Now,
1,500.
I'm sorry, can you scroll down to the top of page 3? There we go.
Yeah, realistic.
Sir, showing you the top of page 3 from Exhibit 166. There's
I'm not saying the actual cost. I'm saying the claimed value
What he
of
said
the
he
ring.
was going to buy her.
No, what he said he did buy her, that she has. I think that's the way it went. Like that she owns this piece of jewelry.
green bubble. Do you see that, sir?
I do.
And do you see it says Thomas just found my phone?
I do.
Before January 2nd, had you had any conversations or with Brian Walsh via cell phone?
Before January
2nd?
2nd.
Yes.
Any conversations?
Calls.
No.
And if we could close out of that, Ms. Gilman. Now, when is the next time you spoke to Brian Walsh on the phone?
It was a Wednesday morning.
And what happened Wednesday morning?
It was mid-morning. I remember being on the beach in Nahant and taking a walk, and I received a call from Brian, and he said, "Have you heard from Anna?"
What'd you say?
And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, Anna's been missing." And I said, "How could she be missing?" And
Okay, pay attention to this line of questioning here. Or these answers here, sorry. Because this comes up on redirect.
morning.
And what happened Wednesday morning?
It was mid-morning. I remember being on the beach in Nahant and taking a walk, and I received a call from Brian, and he said, "Have you heard from Anna?"
What'd you say?
And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, Anna's been missing." And I said, "How could she be missing?" And he said that she left that morning after I had left. She left a few hours later. I think he said around 6:30, that she got in an Uber and left.
Did he say why she left?
Yes, he said that she had a work emergency.
Now, hearing this, did you ask him anything about that?
I did.
What did you ask him?
I said, I was incredulous. I said, "What work emergency could there have been on New Year's Eve that, was commercial property? What could it be?" I said, "Listen, did you guys have an argument or something? Did you have a fight?"
And what was his response to that statement, sir?
His response was, I do remember this vividly as well. His response was, "No, did it look like we had an argument?"
That's not good. No. Did it look like we had an argument? That's weird. That's weird for him to say to this guy, right?
Yeah. Well, he's weird.
Well, I'm going to back it up one more time because the defense tries a totally different interpretation of this testimony.
With Brian Walsh via cell phone.
Before January
2nd? Yes.
Any conversations?
Calls.
No.
And if we could close out of that, Ms. Gilman. Now, when is the next time you spoke to Brian Walsh on the phone?
It was a Wednesday morning.
And what happened Wednesday morning?
It was mid-morning. I remember being on the beach in Nahant and taking a walk, and I received a call from Brian, and he said, "Have you heard from Anna?"
What'd you say?
And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, Anna's been missing." And I said, "How could she be missing?" And he said that she left that morning after I had left. She left a few hours later. I think he said around 6:30, that she got in an Uber and left.
Did he say why she left?
Yes, he said that she had a work emergency.
Now, hearing this, did you ask him anything about that?
I did.
What did you ask him?
I said, I was incredulous. I said, "What work emergency could there have been on New Year's Eve that, was commercial property? What could it be?" I said, "Listen, did you guys have an argument or something? Did you have a fight?"
And what was his response to that statement, sir?
His response was, I do remember this vividly as well. His response was, "No, did it look like we had an argument? You were there."
And what did you say to that?
I didn't know what to make of it. I was in shock. So, I said, you've got to call the police, and we've got to alert everybody. We've got to let our community know, and we got to find her.
Now,
okay, so just now that you've heard that 3 times, right? Would you characterize it on cross-examination, probably? Would you characterize it as him describing how shocked he was because there's no way anything bad could have happened to Anna because it was such a great night the night before?
No.
That makes no sense.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure that's what they go with. I might have gotten it wrong a little bit, but
I mean, I question all of their choices because of their whole because of everything.
right. But I'm pretty sure that's kind of the angle they go for. Like you were so confused. You're like, what could have happened? Because it was such a great night, right? No, he's very specifically saying like, what the hell kind of emergency happens on New Year's Day?
Yeah, this
And
guy
you
knows.
guys
talking about?
have a fight.
What are you talking about? She's missing for 3. What do you mean she's missing? Did you guys have a fight? Like,
right, and missing is an odd. Like the whole thing is.
yeah. What do you mean she's missing for 3 days? I just left there. Like, you know what I mean? It's just.
The thing about people like Brian and all these kind of people who like are that kind of criminal and like just they never think, literally they are not future thinkers. They don't think about the next day, the next minute. They're just trying to fix the problem in the moment. And nothing else. That's how you end up with 400 grand in debt and felonies and, you know.
I think I've used this example before. What Brian and his ilk think of is right with the story. They think of the back cover of a book.
Yeah.
Anna was celebrating New Year's Eve, and then she got called off to work, and then she disappeared. And her husband woke up, or after 3 days, was panicked and had to start calling friends. And he never found, and then the international mystery of figuring out what happened to her, right? When it's a real mystery novel, right? That's the summary, right? But that's all he can write. And he can't write the details behind it because he's an idiot. So that's how all of these, Chandler Halderson did the same thing. Like, they came and they went with friends and they collected some silver bullion and, loaded up the liquor and went to the casino, like the back of a novel. What are you talking about, Chandler?
Yeah, I think part of it is because there's nobody could disappear or be missing or be found dead that they would care that much. Like if somebody said, "Oh, my such and such is missing," they'd be like, "Oh, bummer, man." They don't understand that people are going to actually be concerned and look into it. Like that his brother is going to be like, "Mom and Dad are missing." Like it'll just blow over,
Right. What I feel like we talked about that in another case. I don't. Yeah. Maybe what was somebody was just flabbergasted that somebody would miss me. Somebody would miss her, right? Or like, what was it?
Was it dying down to the?
No, I think maybe it was even Brian Kohlberger. I said like no, not Brian Kohlberger. But it was some case where they expected it to be a lot longer, and then realizing, no. Jodi Arias. It was Jodi Arias, right? Jodi Arias is a total loner, right? So she doesn't expect within 10 hours, people are wondering where Travis is. He's missing. He didn't show up to work. Or the other one is Joel Guy Jr., right? Joel Guy Jr. is a total loner, right? He didn't realize he killed his parents. And as soon as 9 a.m. rolled around and his mom doesn't show up, people are panicking. Because they have real lives.
What their lives are like. I mean, Chandler Halderson lived with his parents. He knew what their life was like. Right. It still just didn't occur to him that people would be like, "What up?" I mean, he tried to pick it on a holiday. He was a little.
It was the Joel Guy Jr. one that I specifically thought of it on because he was like, "Well, I'll drive down to Baton Rouge for a couple days and I can come back and clean this up." And like, no, people are going to realize that they're missing because they have lives and you don't. You don't understand this concept. All right.
Yeah, and then you don't. People miss other people. They care about other people. It's not just like,
Mm-hmm. Oops.
What was his tone or like in this conversation? His demeanor?
I remember the tone to be way more even keeled or way more toned down for somebody who was
Move to strike.
All right, not a characterization, but what do you remember of his tone during that call?
His tone was not panicked.
Now, after that call, how often were you speaking to him over the phone the next few days?
We would have spoken a few times. We actually had some group calls with the community, a lot of friends from the leadership program that we had gotten to know well and love.
And sir, did you have any text conversations with him as well?
I do not recall.
Okay. Now, sir, since you left the home on New
All right, this is probably the saddest part right here.
Year's Day of 2023, Have you seen Anna Walsh?
No,
Have you heard from her?
no.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, so a little bit. Okay, so this is this. All right, he's blowing into the microphone. He's having a hard time dealing with it. I think we get a little bit more on this back end here. Yeah, you suggest. Oh, okay. This is the part. There's a part later where there's a part where it's a dagger to the heart in terms of like, because the defense is saying, "Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. You can stop talking now. Shut the stop saying this."
Good morning.
You can tell he's so uncomfortable in like he does not like this because he's going through like a range of emotions here. It's just garbage that they treat him like they do here.
Good morning.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the Boston Breakthrough Academy you've spoken about.
Sure.
You said that it was a semester, like about a semester long.
Mm-hmm.
And this Breakthrough Academy, was this for professionals? Was it for anyone?
It was for anyone. It was the premise was to become better human beings and improve on emotional intelligence. And so it was set up in 3 parts: discovery, breakthrough, and leadership. And leadership
They
was
not
by
have
invitation.
Sarah Boone to take in that lesson?
And you had taken this, I think, did you start in January of 2020?
Yeah,
And Mr. Walsh was in the group with you.
Just need comfort. It's such comfort.
that's correct.
And Anna Walsh had taken this very same program the semester before.
The semester before, correct.
You told us that during this program, Mr. Walsh was your buddy.
That's correct.
And when you say buddy, is this something that the program kind of establishes where they match you up?
That is correct.
Okay. And you had told you that Mr. Walsh sought you out.
That's correct.
And he sought you out because his wife was like, hey, this guy, Jem, this is who you should buddy with.
Objection.
Overruled.
I was just saying that when Mr. Walsh came up to you that day, it was because Anna said, hey, Jem, go, I want you to buddy with Jem.
That's what she told me afterwards.
And at that point, you hadn't met Mr. Walsh before.
Oh, I had. We were in the same program. We were in the same class.
Oh.
The buddy system is introduced during the class after maybe hours or days or thereabouts. I can't remember exactly when it was introduced, but we had interactions. People spoke at times, and yeah, we were in the same room.
Okay, let me take a step back. You hadn't met his wife at that point.
I had not met Anna at that time. No,
And when you were in this group in January of 2020, you had been in real estate for quite some time.
that's correct.
And you told us that that's something that Anna was interested in.
I found out later that she was, yes.
And Mr. Walsh also was interested in investing property.
We talked about investments mostly with Anna.
Okay, when you said we, you meant Mr. Walsh.
No, Anna and I talked about investments mostly with her. She mostly about property investments came from her rather than from Brian.
And she was the one that told Brian to buddy up with you, a realtor, at this program.
That's correct. But that
Because Brian's a lazy turd.
wasn't related to investments.
Okay.
Yeah.
You told us a little bit already, but at some point you did meet Anna.
I did.
And you met Anna through Mr. Walsh from being in that group with him.
That's correct.
Okay. And your experience with Brian in the group was that you became friends with him during that process. And this is someone that you respected as a colleague.
A colleague? In what manner? Brian was not a colleague of mine.
Well,
See, this is that leading defense. Like, this is where it's kind of going. Like, they're overplaying their hand, right? As what they're trying to.
Oh, so they don't usually do this, like they usually know not to.
Well,
push it.
it's interesting because I think I timed it. He was on the stand direct for maybe 35 minutes. Mm-hmm. He is on cross with her for over an hour.
I mean, this is like the friend of. I just don't understand that. Even James Owens wouldn't do that.
But it's trying to get credit. Yeah, I mean, it does. It does have what is it? Hints or shadows or whatever of
It's
James
more like John
Owens.
Pryor. Remember John Pryor from the Chad Daybell? He would have gone in.
I didn't
Subtle
watch the
notes.
Daybell case.
Yeah. He was horrible.
What did you say, Eric? Are you
Subtle
still? Are you awake?
notes.
You know, you're the sloth cat of this program now, right, Eric?
Absolutely. Subtle notes.
Yeah, the subtle notes, the hints. But this is it's overplaying, being like, oh, a colleague, right? No, well, he would be like, no, well, I owned a company and I had employees, and Brian was just a selling fake paintings.
Heard.
Yeah.
well, you became friends with him.
That's correct.
And during this program, to you, he was an impactful person.
During the program, And thereafter? Yes, absolutely.
And when you say impactful person, can you tell us what you mean by that?
Well, he's a sociopath.
Well, first of all, we got very close during the program. I got to meet his family and Anna, the children, and we got close. We
his
were
twin
very
brother,
good friends. We
mother.
became very good friends.
Just remember the clip I was trying to get before the stream. Well, I couldn't remember. I was trying to get that silk. Let me lick you up and down. I use that for all the sexy talk.
Up and down.
Till you say stop. I could just drop that in here. Because we Brian and I got very close. Let me lick you up, and down.
I guess what I don't understand is when you say someone's impactful, does that mean they're a kind person?
That's Belle Biv DeVoe.
I know.
Suman, don't cross the streams of music artists that I have already quoted.
I'm just talking about fuck jams, my friend. That's all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I love that we can hear Derek laughing over it.
Yeah, I know. It's perfect.
So good.
You know what else I love?
I want to suck on your nipples.
That they look out for you.
Derek, that is very, this is a murder trial.
No, it's
Derek.
true. It's true. I want to move my hands down to your skirt or pants.
Objection.
Kiss your
Who
finger.
was a chicken shite who might have been wearing a skirt or pants the other night?
I want to take off your shirt and bra.
Derek, if your wife ever hears these,
No, she's heard him.
you're going to have problems.
Derek.
I'll stick my finger in you. Take off my clothes.
I'll see you at the side of the bench.
I'm just imagining your trial where you've been set up for murder, right? Because somebody has these audio clips and then they've crafted.
Yeah.
Can you listen to this phone call recording? And they're like,
I want to suck on your nipples. I want to move my hands down to your skirt or pants. I want to start feeling your boobs. I'll
You know,
stick my
you could
finger in you.
release it being
and-
Sarah Boone gets obscene phone call in jail.
but then they're like,
Could
is
you
this the
imagine?
phone call you received? And they're like, yes, that's it. And then
Oh
the
my
jury
God.
just looks at Derek and be like, what is wrong with you?
I want to move my hands down to your skirt or pants. Kiss your finger.
Okay, here's 50%. So there's a sidebar, right?
50%.
This is 50% because there's a sidebar where they go up over the objection, right? And I wanted to point this out because Brian is getting ready, my lawyers are coming back by. I want to let them know, hey, I got some pertinent information, and they totally ignore him. Here we go. Watch. Hey, I just okay. I zoomed in as well, right? But they're just like, Brian, shut the up. We're not looking at you.
I just want to return to your impressions of Mr. Walsh when you got to know him through that leadership program. You had told us that he became a good friend.
That's correct.
And then can you
And Brian was probably going to say something stupid like, actually, I got 2 certificates in that program. Can you call that out? I got the...
you tell us more about your experience with him in that program where you had described him as an impactful person?
Sure. It was clear that he was making an effort to show up. And it was the time of COVID, and we all had to pick, collectively, we had to pick as part of the program, a community service project. And Brian pushed hard for us to select everyone chipped in and made a case for different organizations. And this was a nonprofit organization out of Brookline called Loving Spoonfuls. And we ended up raising, about, I think, $80,000, and Brian somehow also was able to, I believe, match those funds. So it ended up becoming $170,000 that I recall. And we were told that hundreds of thousands of people were fed as a result. And he was the top fundraiser.
At some point, you had told us that you did meet Brian's wife, Anna.
With what
That's correct.
money?
Where did you first meet her?
Hence the $400,000.
I recall having seen her at one of the graduations, mini graduations. It was, again, Discovery Breakthrough. I can't recall which one, but I was hearing about her because we had a mutual friend.
And as you got to know her more, I assumed that the three of you would have dinners together, meet for drinks. Tell me a little bit about how your relationship with all three of them would progress.
The three of us, meaning Anna, Brian, and myself.
Let's get those likes up. People are only at 63 likes.
Yes.
Well, initially, again, when after Anna started working for me, I remember spending at least one other New Year's with them in those 3 years. So that would have been 2 New Years spent in 3 years with them. And we've met at their house, Marblehead and Cohasset, and we've socialized in many other ways. But Anna and I spoke practically every day when she worked for me. She would sometimes come to my house in the South End and bring pastries, and we would strategize and talk. And we also had a team. We would meet with other team members, and sometimes again, we were very close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you described, Brian's family as, I think the words you used were you saw them as your own.
I did.
Okay. You had told us just now a time where you were living in the South End.
I was.
And at this time when Anna started working for you, were you married, unmarried?
Unmarried.
And you had told us that Anna, you were talking every day, right?
That's correct.
And you were talking at night and on the weekends as well?
As the job required, or as our friendship.
All right, get ready to get pissed off. Can you already hear the undertones of this questioning? Back it up.
Your own.
I did.
Okay. You had told us just now a time where you were living in the South End.
I was.
And at this time when Anna started working for you, were you married, unmarried?
Unmarried.
And you had told us that Anna, you were talking every day, right?
Were they
That's correct.
fucking?
And you were talking at night and on the weekends as well?
As the job required, or
Were they fucking?
It is so obvious where they're going with this. And it's so ridiculous. What does it have to do with Anna's blood on a hacksaw and hatchet found?
or as our friendship.
We don't want to talk about that.
And Anna would
Required.
come to your home and bring food and spend time with you there.
That's correct.
And was that nighttime, weekends, days, whenever it warranted?
Days usually. Yeah.
And when Anna was working for you, that you just described, he never complained to you about how much time you were spending with his wife?
Brian? No.
He never complained that you were texting her a lot or spending time with her?
No.
Supported her career with you?
He did.
Proud of her?
To my recollection, yes, he was.
Am I correct that you and Anna hit it off quickly? It wasn't
Hit it off quickly.
a slow burn. You really became instant friends with each other.
That's correct.
Slow
She was
burn.
very easy to warm up to.
Okay. And part of the reason is that you had similar backgrounds?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And you had already started telling us that at some point she started to work for you.
That's correct.
Okay. And that was in the summer of 2020?
That's correct.
And the director of operations is basically she became your right hand.
She did.
So a director of operations might be taking care of your social media to arranging. Tell me, I guess, a little bit more. What was she doing for you on a regular basis?
Well, there was, she did everything. She did.
Was she servicing you, sir?
A director of operations is truly the right hand of someone who runs a business, and she did everything. She would bring me coffee. She took pride in bringing me coffee. A couple of times she dropped off my dry cleaners, which were tasks that were obviously not necessarily in her job description. But I do remember asking her, "Is there anything you wouldn't do?" She came from hospitality, and she took pride. That's the way she was at our open houses. She would rush to open doors for people. She would give them real glass champagne. She would serve the glass. The way she came out, as I just explained moments ago, the way she came out of the house that night on December 31st to open.
Detective Wobbuffet says, that's awesome. My LGBTQ plus friends. Well, that doesn't include me.
What's awesome?
Yeah, did I miss something?
I don't know, but where's your H friends? Where's your heterosexual friends?
Yeah. Hear Me Out wants to know where your heterosexual white Christian male friends are. Why aren't you shouting that?
Yeah, come on. Be inclusive. I want to be part of that club.
The door for me.
Blonde. And don't forget blonde.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Blonde.
Blue eyes.
Blue eye, Aryan, if you will.
Yeah. If you must.
And she was an exceptional employee and friend.
And you valued her employee. She was valuable to you as a friend and an employee.
Very much so.
You relied on her.
Absolutely.
That's included in the plus.
Oh, it's in the plus? Okay, yeah. Good. Okay, good. If the plus is all encompassing,
We're all there. We got you.
She never said no to you. She did what the job required.
That is not true.
Okay, so tell me about a time she said no to you or disagreed with you.
Well, we did have a
love my heterosexual friends too, Detective Wobbuffet. Yeah! Hello! That's awesome, right, guys? I think we're all, well, unless X-Derek has something to tell us, I think we are all officially... I can't find... No, where is that? No, it's... No! No, I can't find it!
Oh boy.
Can't find the air horn.
Oh.
Whatever.
Right.
I'm shutting this stream down.
Agreement in the fall of 2020.
Typical straight guy can't find anything.
Yep. She said I couldn't find the clitoris. Did you find it?
One.
That's from Dinner with Schmucks.
And there were times that she responded to me a couple of times with what I perceived to be passive aggression. And yeah, I actually reached out to a mutual friend and then another friend in leadership to seek some opinion.
Yeah, there we go. Not FBI. Why not special people? Yes, thank you. I am special.
Asked you how I could handle
I'm
this.
bisexual. If you're bi, I'm sexual.
Oh, if you buy, I'm sexual. Okay, got it.
You're buying.
Did you end?
Sexual.
Yeah, I get it. You're a whore for nachos.
Or just, I mean, you can add the nachos if you want, but I don't get specific.
Just the drink? If they're paying for the diet,
Case by case basis.
if they're paying for the appetizer or if they're going Dutch, whatever. That's
I
gonna
like a
happen to
blooming
me.
onion.
Let's go.
I never had a blooming onion.
Up handling it by suspending her for a period of time. That
Ridiculous.
Juan.
fall of 2021.
I told her that she should take a rest. She should stay at home, and that I would continue to pay her for as long as it took, but that she should take some time off because she was also working exceptionally hard, and that was taking a toll on her. She wanted to prove herself. She's like that. So I remember.
Thanks, detective.
She's working exceptionally hard. So what do you think the defense is going to do with this? What do you think?
So she was never home with her children and her man?
No, she's working herself to death. Literally working herself
so
to
she dropped
death.
dead because of all the work.
Yes.
And I see.
A client of ours
I'm just going to stop you.
Yes,
When you, as you say, suspended or had her take some time off, you still loved her at that point as a friend.
very much.
Mm-mm.
So
You were still close with her.
very much.
Mm-mm.
It didn't end the personal relationship.
No, not at all.
Oh my God, defense, do not go there.
And it didn't end the professional relationship either.
And during that time, I think you talked about seeking counsel. You actually reached out to Mr. Walsh to talk to him about it specifically.
That's correct.
Because this was obviously, Anna was important to you professionally
And as a friend, yes,
and personally.
yes, absolutely.
And Brian was a close friend of yours.
That is correct.
And you wanted to talk to him and get counsel about how to best move past this.
Yes, we did. We met in the North End. We had
Blooming onions are amazing at Outback.
I've
mean-
never had one.
Neither have I.
They're
Yeah.
pretty
Pretty
damn good.
original.
It's got the
Yeah.
sauce. I also wanted to say for all my audience, I did look into the issue of why they changed the chat name nicknames to handles. That is here to stay. I think they're only keeping the nicknames for channel names. So not intentional, for instance, if you don't want to be non-intentional 0102, you got to go in and edit your name and get it to something that will be accepted. But you got to take off the number. It's not coming back. They don't want people spoofing other people, which I guess makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if somebody goes on and is like, "I'm hear me out," right?
But that said, it would be nice if some of their other things worked, like when you press the @ and then
Right.
it
Yes.
comes up for you.
That would be great. But I mean, if somebody comes on as hear me out and doesn't make all these misogynistic jokes or something, and then I'd be
Right.
like, it's ruining my credit, right? Like I'm offensive.
Well, you can't have that out there.
You can't be out there spreading all the love.
Yeah, or like, what if they say some really smart things? Then people gonna come here and
Yeah,
try to,
then they're gonna like, hey, I'm an idiot. I can't. They're like, oh, can you break down that equation for the mass volume of a sphere inside the dry? Like, no, I can't. That wasn't me. That was some other hear me out fake out. Chicken chai, $2. I thought bloomin' onion was a meme like blue waffle. No, bloomin' onion is a thing down under.
See, I have a
Meal and-
policy. I don't eat anything that comes with our very special sauce, and I have a suspicion that that's the kind of thing that is.
It does come
Anything
with special Outback sauce,
Yeah, I don't
See?
like our very
See?
special sauce. Tells me that I'm out of my element.
handmade by the dingoes.
And
Manually mashed by the dingoes in the whale press. We ship 2 dingoes to every Outback location for authenticity. I'm losing the accent.
Talked about it.
Well,
Okay, I'll just do George Lucas. So what we do is got the droid here, and they take the Outback Steakhouse.
Why do you always have an expo marker handy?
And the
yeah,
droid,
what the hell?
it's a shipment. No, hold on. It's a shipment from a culture. It's got Outback Steakhouse, dipping sauce, and it goes in with the blooming onions, and then they unload the ship, and then take it out, and then they give them. And it's really fascinating because you can imagine an entire planet that's like obsessed with
PG,
Outback
do they still have
Steakhouse.
an Outback in Secaucus?
At some point in November of 2021, just about 2 months after the incident you just described, Anna told you that she was thinking about taking a job somewhere else.
That's correct.
And your first response was that you were disappointed.
Yes,
You were sad about this.
I was.
Because in your mind, you guys were really going to partner up and continue to grow together.
Was the idea. Yes.
And because
Actually, if you want to know the real story behind the markers, it's because I have a glass desk that's like 1/8 of an inch, right? And most clamps don't get that thin. So what I found was I can put markers in to the clamp and it sizes it up.
Oh, I thought you were writing on the desk and then. But
Yeah, me too. I thought that's
yeah,
where you were
'cause
going to
we're
go with it.
artists, and you know.
No, my
Yeah,
desk
I'm
is
an
full of
artist.
shit. I can't
That's
write
true.
anything here.
you were upset and sad, Mr. and Mrs. Walsh actually had you over to their home to talk about this further,
That is correct.
to let you know that they cared about you and loved you,
That's correct.
and that this is what was best for Anna
That's correct.
and what was best for the family.
That's correct.
And during this conversation, when Anna was telling, or they were both telling you about her new job, and you were sad about it, Brian said to you, "Buddy, you got to support her, right?"
I do remember that. Yeah.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the job that she ended up taking. Am I correct that it was at Tishman Spire in Washington, D.C.?
That's correct.
And this was a big job.
That's correct.
I think you already told us how much she was making, but this was a big salary job, a big step for her.
That's correct.
Salary job sounds so Northeasterners, huh?
And this was an opportunity for her, a growth opportunity.
Yes.
And that is something that you and her had talked about, growth and opportunity, right?
That's correct.
It was something important to you,
Absolutely.
and it was something important to Anna.
Absolutely.
And through your time becoming friends with Mr. Walsh, it was important to him as well.
That's correct.
And they had small children.
That's correct.
Okay. And part of this transition was the family eventually moving to Washington, D.C.
That was the idea.
And this transition was not only for Anna's job, but Mr. Walsh's uncle was also moving to the D.C., Virginia area at the time. So there'd be more family down there.
That's what I was told. And that his mother would also move.
So his mother, again, you just said it, was also interested in moving to that area.
Yeah.
And Anna was going to go down first. And the plan was obviously to start establishing not just professional contacts, but personal contacts,
That's correct.
because they were going to
Yeah, it seemed like she had the entire townhouse built out for 3 kids that could come down any day.
bring their boys down there.
That's correct.
And you had told us that Anna was also
Even if her turd of a husband went to jail, it's fine.
interested in investing in real estate.
That's correct.
And at this point, am I correct that it is the fall of 2021, winter of 2022?
That's right.
Okay. And at this point, you had learned that Mr. Walsh had a pending federal case going on.
I had. Yes.
And I want to talk to you just a little bit about your experience with the federal case, okay? Because you had become close to both Mr. and Mrs. Walsh, you actually attended 1 or 2 of the hearings. And you went to support Brian.
Okay, where do you think they're going with this? Because I guarantee you're wrong.
Is he involved in the fraud case?
No, that's actually more realistic, but let's just hear it.
I did.
And you went also to support Anna,
That's correct.
because this was difficult for both of them.
It was.
And Mr. Walsh's mother was there.
That's correct.
And I believe there were other friends of Anna and Brian who had gone.
That is correct.
All right. And one of the hearings that you were going to, you were standing next to Anna.
I was sitting next to Anna.
And Anna's your friend, you told us, right?
That's correct.
She was your right hand at your business for a while.
That's correct.
And you're there in federal court with her for her husband's case.
That's correct.
And
You're there in federal court with her for her husband's case, and you care about her, right?
out of support, you reach over and you grab her hand to hold her.
That's correct.
Wow, they're really reaching.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sumo wasn't listening. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
hear.
listen to the exchange.
Mr. and Mrs. Walsh, you actually attended 1 or 2 of the hearings. And you went to support Brian.
I did.
And you went also to support Anna,
That's correct.
because this was difficult for both of them.
It was.
And Mr. Walsh's mother was there.
That's correct.
And I believe there were other friends of Anna and Brian who had gone.
That is correct.
All right. And one of the hearings that you were going to, you were standing next to Anna.
I was sitting next to Anna.
And Anna's your friend, you told us, right?
That's correct.
She was your right hand at your business for a while.
That's correct.
And you're there in federal court with her for her husband's case.
That's correct.
And out of support, you reach over and you grab her hand to hold her.
That's correct.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that, and I could hear every old white guy on the jury being like, "That guy's lighting the loafers. There's no way that nothing's going on there."
I would think,
my
brain immediately just thought, like, all due respect to Anna was very beautiful. She isn't going to go for some old guy.
Right.
Well, I don't know about that, but this guy's.
Oh, she was revealing. She's tipping her hand.
Yeah, listen, old schmold. You know what I mean?
Hey.
How many times I gotta tell you? You're buying. I'm sexual.
If you're old, don't count yourself out.
Or bedroom.
It is so ridiculous to connect like him holding her hand at her husband's sentencing pronouncement.
A few things here. One, they shouldn't be going down that avenue at all. Period. It's like, what is this? The 1950s? This is, so what? Also, just this scene that they're setting where he was with her because all of this asshole's crimes put her through a lot too.
Yes.
Why not bring attention to that, to the fact that this woman's entire life for the last God knows how many years has been dragged through the mire?
But do you understand now how this is
with this guy at some fabulous club? But no, she's sitting there in the fucking civil courtroom. Do
you understand now? Like, this is totally tone deaf. This doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? You are not scoring any points. You
this
are
was
accusing
difficult for her too, right? Like,
you were
really,
accusing this old man. You were accusing this old man of doing like some kind of move-in on Brian's wife.
It's ridiculous, and it doesn't matter. I don't care if he's an Adonis. Don't bring it. Well, this was difficult on her too, right? Like, it's not like he was in going with her on some romantic getaway. They're sitting in court.
It wasn't it wasn't indecent proposal. He's like, if I want your wife to come with me on my yacht for the weekend, then I'll pay for your defense.
Which Brian would be 100% down for.
Yeah, Brian would be like, just the weekend? You gonna?
Yeah, he's looking.
Hey, what if I made it a month? You do $2 million for a month?
Yeah.
Right, but that's not even the most offensive. Let's keep going.
She's your friend and you love her.
Yes, that's correct.
And she clutched your hand out.
Yes, that's correct.
And
there was a very tense moment just before the judge's declaration.
And so you were being a good friend.
How it would happen with anyone. Two best male heterosexual, the most anti-homophobic friends would be holding hands and clutching, being like, is our friend going to prison? Right? It does not. This is so beyond.
I believe so.
Okay. And let me just switch gears for a moment. I think you've already kind of said it, but Mr. Walsh was never jealous of your relationship with Anna.
I don't believe so.
Well, you stay out of police, so Anna never told you that Brian was uncomfortable or jealous of your relationship with her?
She never said that, no.
And Brian never complained about the long hours of friendship with her?
She did not.
I'll see you at the side of the bench.
Sidebar.
At this hearing, when you were there to support your friends, I was asking you about when you were sitting there holding Anna's hand. And you had told us that Brian's mother, Diana, was there at the same time.
That's correct.
And was she sitting with you?
She was sitting, that I recall, at
her brooch was
the end of that row near the aisle.
Okay. And you had a conversation with Anna about Diana's observations of you holding her hand that day at her husband's hearing.
That's correct.
And Anna informed you that Diana was upset that you were holding her hand.
That's correct.
Sustained. The answer stricken.
Throughout the time, the 2020 through 20.
His mother was upset you were holding the hand.
What a whore.
Brian, you see what a whore she is? She's holding the... Brian... I mean, I started to, when I was watching this today and it was all this crazy shit was going on, I was like, what if this is all like Brian's mom? Like, what if he did this? Like, Brian is so stupid, right? She's like, Brian, you gotta cut her up. You gotta throw her in the dumpster. You gotta do it.
Right. Donna Adelson, too.
Yeah. I'm never gonna see my grandsons. Whoa. Yes, this is a total. Then my sun shines. You gotta cut her up. You gotta murder her.
My guess is that the apple did not fall far from the tree here.
It is insane what they are saying or suggesting here, like, or not suggesting, what they are relaying here, being like, no, she didn't like that I was holding his hand.
Right, Blue River. That's how you get pregnant. If Owens was here, God knows what would have happened with the holding hands.
22, you had a chance again to spend a lot of time with Mr. and Mrs. Walsh.
You gotta cut up a body.
That's correct.
And
you gotta get some Tyvek Brian.
You talked to Anna a lot about her relationship and her marriage and being a mother.
Yeah.
And during those conversations and your observations, Anna told you that Brian wasn't the jealous type.
That's correct.
And at some point, while Anna was working for you, she confessed that she had a crush on you.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Brian murdered her. I mean, you're just stating that he wasn't jealous, therefore he couldn't have murdered her. But we have evidence that he obviously did murder her, so he probably was jealous.
She said that, yeah, maybe.
Okay, here we go. Here's the crush thing. This is the worst part.
While Anna was working for you, she confessed that she had a crush on you.
She said that, yeah, maybe. I don't recall specifically those words coming out.
I mean, who
We're looking at a copy of your interview from January of 2023. Help refresh your memory?
Sure.
I mean, but based on testimony, it sounds like Anna's going around telling Brian, hey, I have a crush on this guy. I have a crush on this guy. I have a crush on the 7-Eleven guy. She's trying to be like, hey, stop being a lump of turd and be a man, because I'm having crushes on all these men.
Gay men, straight men, men who are old enough to be my grandfather, that kid who pumps my gas with the zits. Anyone.
That's correct. Yeah.
I'm just going to refer you, and you can just read to yourself and take as much time as you need.
Sure.
So this was another humorous moment. They're like, just read to yourself.
And just look up at me when you're ready.
For sure. Yeah. From the top of the page?
Until the bottom, until...
Sure. So we actually started...
Read to yourself.
Pretty sure this guy's wearing self-tanner.
And they just jumped like, no, stop. Just read it to yourself. Stop. Don't
What
read
did
it.
he just say?
Look up when you're done.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's it? Okay.
Just going to come take that back. Does reviewing that portion of your statement refresh your memory as to whether Anna had told you that she had a crush on you?
I object to this line of question.
He can answer it. If it refreshes his memory,
I don't recall Anna telling me that she had a crush on me.
Wow, that's really effective, wasn't it, defense counsel?
When you were working together and Anna was there, you had mentioned that you had other people working with you and for you.
That's correct.
And at some point, you developed a close relationship with another female coworker.
Because they're going to let's go with the Me Too movement here.
That's correct.
And I'm assuming it became
Robin says, Robin, hi, Robin. Anna should have been required a Scarlet A.
Yeah.
And she clearly deserved what she got. This is a disgusting argument.
Well, Scarlet M for murder.
I mean, nobody on that jury is going to care if she. This is like Sarah Boone asking if she can curse. This is, there are a lot of things that might still need some improvement, but come on, this man is a felon. He's disgusting. He's got her in hock till forever. I don't care who she fucked, and neither will the jury, in my opinion.
And remember, go ahead.
And let's be real. Brian is paying for the special hand jobs and blow jobs at the strip club up in Cohasset as much as
he has money.
Well, they got good hand jobs in Cohasset.
Yeah, they do. It's world known.
And while this guy is up on here emotionally getting attacked, getting his character just assassinated, right?
Yeah.
Brian is over here looking like this.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Not my wife like that? Oh my God. Her body was in so many parts. And they're trying to convict me of murder.
One of my favorite moments on any true crime video ever is when Dreading is talking about Anthony Tote. And he's talking about how his wife wasn't feeling hadn't been feeling good, and she had lost all of her womanly curves. And then he zooms into a picture of Anthony Tote wearing onesie Christmas PJs and weighing 700 pounds. And he's like, and he was saying all this while he looked like this. Well,
he was 100% slab, 100% grade A beef of man.
Damn straight.
Not intentional, $4.99. He looks like Jack Cassidy. I don't know who that is.
Sustained.
I'll Google.
So you don't have any memory of Anna Walsh telling you that at some point she was a little jealous of that coworker and had a
Objection.
Sustained.
She developed feelings for you.
Objection.
Sustained.
Anna Walsh
So this is just so disgusting.
Told you that she told her husband that she had a crush.
I'll see you at the side of the bench.
You had mentioned that when Anna stopped working for you, you guys still stayed in touch.
That's correct.
So it wasn't an everyday type of thing, but you would still talk and text.
That's correct.
And she started working in DC for tissue.
So they had to redirect, right? But I assume that line of questioning was going to end up with like Anna was a whore and loved all the men, and Brian wasn't jealous, so why would he kill her? I don't understand what the other conclusion of that line of questioning could be.
You also have to wonder about a man who just doesn't care. Like,
Fire in February or March of 2022?
Thereabouts, but there was some overlap when she was still taking care of business for me, because that's the kind of human being and employee
Here we go.
she was.
yes, Jackie.
And during the time that
Now I know who he is.
she was working both jobs, was she living in DC or was she still in Boston when she was doing that?
I believe she was coming and going from DC at that time.
What?
So I'm having side conversations because
Okay. Well, I got his real moment coming up here 100%. That is, I think, the best line of a witness.
Okay.
Maybe besides
And
the best friend.
after she left and you would speak, would it be fair that she would also consult you about professional
So look at his mannerisms.
decisions, strategies, what to do?
We would talk about that. We would talk about things. Yeah.
Okay. And you would also ask her for her advice?
Sure.
And this is a person that you would consider a confidant? A confidant?
A confidant. Sure.
Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
And obviously, she was one of yours and you were one of hers.
All right. So the defense is trying to do something with this witness. But look at this next. This is not sped up.
Correct. Often I've called her the sister I never had.
Okay.
One of the sisters I never had.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you heard her say like, okay.
Okay.
Watch this.
She was an exceptional human being.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can stop talking now. This is not helping me.
You asked for it, lady.
Look at him. Look at him. This is normal speed. This is like not 200.
Yeah.
He is in pain.
Yes, and for good reason.
Right.
You had told us a little bit
nonsense.
about a
This is
conversation on the 29th that you had with her.
Yes.
And you had said that being apart and going back and forth was.
And this is the craziest part. The defense is going over an hour with this guy. Like, what are you doing? You are aggressively questioning this man who had nothing to do with this murder. He is obviously very upset. He has shown 100 times more emotion about the death of this woman than her husband, who's sitting over there smiling like a fucking jackass.
Yes. I mean, they asked for. That's what I mean. Remember remember 5 minutes ago when we were all talking about it on text, and I was like, "Is the state doing well, or is the defense just doing so poorly that it's?"
The defense does very poorly. The state did good though, setting it up, being like asking all the right questions. In my opinion,
Right. The defense just went in and did all the wrong things for their case, which is ridiculous.
It was hard on her.
That's what I recall.
Okay. And you had told us that in the winter of 2022 that Anna was making about $300,000 at her new job.
With bonus. That's what I was told. I didn't know about it at the time, but it came up in conversation that night.
Okay.
On December 31st.
Okay. And you also,
go figure, because all Brian cares about is money.
Mr. Walsh was making about 50 or 60 grand a year.
That's what I was told. That's what I remember.
And he also was interested in participating in investing in small businesses.
Correct.
What is he going to invest? What is this windfall he has after his 60,000, where he doesn't pay anything? Remember, inflation had gone up by like 40% at this point.
On the phone call on the 29th, you had said that Anna invited you over for New Year's.
That's correct.
And I think you said it that she knew you, that you would probably just be at home, not doing anything.
That is correct.
And on that phone call, she didn't say, "Let me check with Brian first."
I don't recall.
All right. Was Brian on the phone with her?
No.
Did she say?
Well, I don't know.
Therefore, Brian isn't jealous.
No, Brian was not on the phone with her. No, absolutely.
This was to come to her home and spend time with her husband and their 3 children.
That's correct.
And I think you had said earlier today that you had spent another New Year's Eve with them.
That is correct.
Was that the one right preceding this one or another one?
I think it was 2 New Year's before. So
Okay.
I think there was one in between where I did not spend New Year's with him.
And that prior New Year's, was that out somewhere or was that at their
It was out. It was out at a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you had said that during this call she was upbeat. Well, let me back up. You had called to tell her that she had just sold a property, right?
Meaning she had a pulse still because Brian had killed her?
That's correct. The purpose of my call was to congratulate her on the fact that she was going to do this 1031 exchange program and reinvest and grow financially.
Okay.
But also to catch up with her, also to hear her voice and see how she's doing.
Okay. So let me just talk to you a little bit about the tax 1030 that you just described. She had owned a property in Revere.
That's correct.
And you helped sell her. You helped sell it.
Well, yes, technically, yes, my team did, but I wasn't directly involved in the sale. My teammate handled it all.
Okay.
So I wasn't privy to the day-to-day of the sale.
Okay.
And that's actually why I called her at the end. I said, well, geez, we accomplished something here.
Okay.
And
so let me just ask you a little bit more.
Yeah.
You explained that with this process, instead of taking the proceeds, you can just roll it right into another property.
That's correct.
What were the proceeds on the sale from this Revere house?
I do not remember.
Was it?
Because we can't overlook the tax implications of her being murdered and rolling the property over it, right? I mean, this is enough to prove that you would never kill somebody.
Over 50? Was it $1 million roughly?
No, it was a smaller condo. It certainly
Okay.
wouldn't have been $1 million. No, it wasn't. It was several $100,000. Yeah.
Okay. And so instead of taking those proceeds on.
The last thing on someone like Brian Walsh's mind is taxes. Last thing.
Right. Yeah. Because you could just.
You don't think he was paying taxes on his fraud?
And we could just sell more footballs.
It's just not important to him. It doesn't apply to him. He's not thinking about that.
On December 29th of 2022, the decision was made to roll it into another property.
That's correct. And she would have had 45 days to declare another property or another 2 or 3 properties, up to 3 properties, and would have 180 days to close on 1, 2, or 3 of them.
Okay.
To satisfy the requirements of the program.
Okay. You mentioned a name on direct examination I'd like to talk to you a little bit about. You used the name Will or William Fastow.
That's correct.
And in 2022, you had known Will for about 20 years?
Thereabouts, yes.
And you guys were both in real estate, and that's how you met him?
That's correct. He was in real estate in Boston first, and then DC.
Okay. And when Brian and Anna were looking to relocate to Washington, D.C. for her job, they wanted to buy a family home down there.
That's correct.
And you hooked both of them up with Will, the realtor.
That is correct.
And would it also be fair that it would be nice for Anna to have a personal and a friend down there going down to D.C. with no one else at the time?
That's correct.
And again, you had told us that she was looking into investing in more real estate as investment properties.
That's correct.
And during this process, Brian Walsh and Will Fastow really just had a professional relationship, no friendship.
I don't know what kind of relationship they had. I'm not privy to the details of their relationship.
Okay. But through your conversation,
You're talking about Brian Walsh, correct?
Yes.
Brian Walsh and Will Fastow.
Yes.
I'm not privy to the conversations they had or. Yeah.
Okay. But you knew that you had introduced both Mr. Walsh and Anna to Will for the purpose of finding a family home.
As far as I'm concerned, I had introduced the Walsh family.
Thank you.
To Will Fastow.
Okay. And at some point, Anna told you that she had become good friends with Will Fastow.
That's correct.
And I think you told us a little bit about a phone call you had with her on December 29th.
That's correct.
Anna Walsh never told you that she was romantically involved with Will Fastow.
No.
She never told you that she was going to leave Mr. Walsh for Will Fastow.
No.
And she never told you that she had more than platonic feelings for Mr. Fastow.
Not particularly, but she was. I mean, emotions are complex. I knew they had gotten close.
Okay.
But she never told me that she had a relationship with Will Fastow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to return to her relationship.
That I can recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to return to Anna and Brian's relationship for a few minutes.
Sure.
You had told us that you spent time with them both together as a family.
That's correct.
And you also spent time with them individually without the other one.
That is correct.
And when you spent time with them together, you never really saw them argue.
I don't recall having seen them argue. No.
And they were a couple that you've described as in sync with each other.
I would say so. But I always thought that there was a lot of love between them, and that she was very much in love with Brian. Yeah.
Sometimes each one would come to you individually if they had any disagreements with each other, though. You were their friend collectively and independently.
That's correct.
And sometimes Anna would confide in you.
That's correct.
And sometimes Brian would confide in you.
That's correct.
And you obviously would keep their confidences because you were their friend individually and collectively.
That is correct.
And as you told us that you introduced the family to Will Fastow, yes?
Yes.
So Mr. Walsh knew that you were friends with Will Fastow.
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at no time did Brian Walsh ever pepper you with questions?
Objection.
Sustained.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about New Year's Eve. Earlier that day, did you exchange some text messages with Anna Walsh to confirm that you were coming over that night?
I did.
And you were looking forward to spending time over there.
Very much so.
Looking forward to hopefully seeing the kids.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing Anna.
Yes.
And looking forward to seeing Brian.
That's correct.
And I think you told us that when you first arrived, that even as you're pulling in the driveway, Anna is running towards you, no coat on, and just throws herself in your arms.
That's correct.
And you were excited to see her.
Yes.
And she was obviously excited to see you.
Yes.
And you said it's cold out.
Yes.
And you guys were laughing and she's running towards you.
Yes.
And then you walk in the house together.
That's correct.
And are you walking hand in hand and talking because you haven't seen each other in a while? Well, you said she ushered you into the house.
That's correct. She was receiving a guest into the house.
Well, But was she excited to see you? Was she holding on to your?
She was very excited to see me. We gave each other a hug, and then we walked into the house.
And when you walked into the house, you went into the kitchen, and Mr. Walsh.
That's correct. I don't remember whether Brian was at the door, was in the kitchen. He was there. Yeah,
And when you saw him, he embraced you in a hug.
absolutely.
And it was just the three of you.
Initially, yes.
Okay, hear
Exhibit
me out.
number 3.
Get a sponsor.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Is this
What the
correct?
hell
As
is
I'm
this,
showing
a
everyone exhibit number 3, that this
sponsorship?
was the Walsh
Are we
family
gonna
kitchen
now-
in Cohasset on December 31st?
Yes.
Take him in the
And we see some
kitchen being
stools
like,
at the
"Hey,
kitchen
guys."
table. You and Anna were sitting next to each other?
That's correct.
And am I correct that Mr. Walsh was cooking for everyone?
That's correct.
And so the stove and oven is to the right there of the table?
Yes,
Okay. And when
Don't
you first
put
got there,
them
the
on.
kids were asleep.
that's correct.
Okay. And when you first
And
got
we
there,
can't
Mr. Walsh
pause
was
this
cooking food.
thing.
Yes,
No,
preparing.
we're
yeah,
stuck
cooking.
here
Yeah.
just listening to the bullshit he
Sure,
left for.
preparing, cooking. Yeah,
And Anna and Brian are getting you some champagne.
that's correct.
And everyone's
All
toasting
he
to the
eats
new
is
year.
factor.
Yes.
I mean,
What is
The
this?
atmosphere was
I have my
so-
dinner in the
That's
kitchen
correct.
there, but
The upcoming year.
you
That's
know.
true.
There were discussions how 2022 had been a little difficult for all three of you.
That's true.
And it was great to be together because you made it. And now you're looking into a new year with new hope
Oh, they
and new
hugged.
possibilities.
That's correct.
So does anyone
Champagne
know
that all
the
three of you
name
signed. That was the
Jim
spirit, that new
Mutlu?
year, so happy to be together.
I
Aren't we
can't
lucky?
place it,
Yes.
but
And as you're sitting at that kitchen table, you're having
like
conversations
exotic
about
kind of-
investment
and
problems.
now
We were.
You're having
Curious.
conversations about book reviews
I
and
don't
what
know
books
where it's
everyone
from.
should read.
Yes,
You told us that
Right?
Anna is texting people. You said it's New Year's Eve, so she's getting texts, she's sending texts.
yes.
And as you're sitting at that table, she's snapping pictures with just the two of you.
Meaning just the two of us, meaning Anna and I.
This 60
I do recall.
seconds.
I mean,
chill
I
out
have
my
received a
Oh,
photo
we're
of
just
the three of
messing
us
with you
with
here, man.
Anna and their oldest son. A selfie. Yeah.
During that night, she has her phone out, she's taking pictures of just the two of you, just Anna and Jim, to memorialize the night. It's a celebration.
Oh, it's the two. I see. Well, the two of us and Brian.
All three of you together.
All three of us together.
Oh,
Correct.
In
maybe.
that picture, you're
I
smiling,
would
you're
think of that
embracing
as
each other.
totally-
Yes.
And Brian's preparing food and he's serving you all the food he's making, the different dishes, right?
Yes.
And he's serving it to his wife, Anna.
Yes.
And they're talking to each other during the night.
Yes, they are.
And they're laughing with each other during the night.
Yes.
And they're taking pictures with each other during the night.
I don't know if they were taking pictures with each other during the night. I don't recall.
There was the picture of the three of you embracing and smiling.
That's the three of us with Brian. Wait, was that what you're asking? Was there a picture of Anna, Brian, and myself that night? I don't recall. I recall one picture, and that's with Anna and their oldest son. That was Tom. Correct.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about the conversations that you were having that night.
Sure.
At some point, Anna showed you a new ring that she had. It was a diamond ring,
That is correct.
and it was quite large.
They said it was. They said it was a valuable ring. Yeah.
And I believe Anna told you that it was
That
worth
makes
several $100,000.
First, I think it'd be a nice time for you to take your morning break.
See, I was going to say 150,000.
I'm not seeing the relevance of going in down this road.
The several
for her,
hundred
for
thousand.
counsel, but go
What
ahead.
is
Your Honor,
that?
the government
What?
has represented to this
The
jury that one of the
diamond
motives.
ring.
Oh, what did they say it was?
Several 100,000.
Oh, I said 140,000. I also say bullshit.
Yeah, no, there's no way he bought a several $100,000 ring.
I mean, this.
So
doesn't-
what? You're
doesn't-
getting.
I mean, he's a
sponsorship
con
by
artist.
Factor now.
Yeah.
It's obviously a CV stone at that point, right?
Also, I doubt it existed at all.
Yeah, I know everyone thought I was gone for just a few minutes, but can you believe I have charred corn and shredded chicken cavatappi? Sorry, let me start that again.
Yeah.
I was only gone for a few minutes, but can you believe within those few minutes I have a freshly cooked meal of charred corn and shredded chicken cavatappi with garlic
How's it
cream sauce
taste?
and broccoli? How is that possible? Well,
But is it nutritious?
oh yes, there are plenty of meal options. While you bring it up, Sima,
Does your
they
family
come in
like
their
it?
own individual serving size trays, so you could have fresh. This is not frozen food. This is fresh food, single serving. They have. I don't remember what the. I don't
hold your
remember what the
breath
actual
waiting for
commercials
Jack
are
to
like, so
call
it's hard
you.
for me to
It's fine.
spoof it.
Yeah, I know.
Was
Use
financial.
discount code.
Yeah,
Catman.
use discount code CatmanBad. It will not give you any money off. It'll probably give you the red error screen saying this is not valid. But
Tomorrow night he'll be playing Curl's Peril.
my favorite is the taco shredded chicken bowl.
I can't believe this came frozen.
I can't believe this isn't a package. I can't believe it only took 2 minutes to. I don't have a discount code.
He stole my fish soap. Says that's for his cats. He's eating bologna.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
eating
that's
Alpo though. I'm eating Alpo. I can't even afford bologna. It's Alpo.
How much longer will this witness you expect?
Myself?
I think Apple's
I
more
can't imagine it goes more than 15 minutes.
All right.
Use the code Moron26 for our New Year's special. Moron26.
I won't hold you to it.
As if.
Okay. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Just gonna
This guy's still
Treasures.
going? We've been listening to him for 2 hours.
pick up a little bit where we left off. During the night that you were describing,
Yeah, this is redirect. I didn't change the sticker here.
at one point, Anna was showing you,
Yes,
and she was happy about it.
that's
And
correct.
she was telling you that Brian had got her this ring,
That's correct.
and he was smiling.
Yes.
And you told us that during the night, because it's New Year's Eve, Anna's texting people and she's getting text messages while you
Or I don't know. Maybe this is recross. I don't know.
guys are in that kitchen.
That's correct.
Could I please have exhibit 3
All I
again?
know
Thank
is
you.
I have a fresh
And during the
meal
time that you were
here.
there, am I correct that it was about 5 hours you spent that night? I think you said 8:30 to 1:30.
Roughly 4 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I think
you
this
weren't
is
drunk,
still
right?
across.
No.
They weren't drunk.
No.
The champagne was free flowing, so to speak, but everyone was just happy and tipsy.
Yeah.
And during the night, there are, you had mentioned there was food being served, conversations about the future, and Anna was getting text messages from people, and she was sending text messages to people.
That's correct.
And while you're sitting in that kitchen, the three of you, at some point, she says, let's send a picture to Will.
I believe that's what she said. I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's what she said. Yeah.
And after that, you stayed for quite a bit after that.
Again, I don't remember at what part of the evening that, well, actually I do, because I would have, because this would have been exactly when their oldest son, was awake. So it would have been towards the beginning. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so you stayed for several hours after that, right?
that's correct.
And during the night, everyone continued to be jovial, I believe you described,
That's correct.
drinking champagne,
That's right.
laughing with each other.
That's correct.
And I think you had told us, Andre,
You
Oh,
dined
this cat-
together, you danced together.
This Capaviti is in club sauce. No, but do you understand how ineffective? Why do they still have him on the stand? This is not
They
doing
take this
anything
man
for
who is
them.
clearly a homosexual and too old for Anna. And they start making all kinds of insinuations.
You were holding the hand.
that at some point, Brian had told you that he had lost his phone.
That he had misplaced his phone.
And I think you had said
And
that
it's
he
not
told
like
you
it's
it was
going
liberating
well.
not to
I
have
mean,
it.
he
That's
is
correct.
not,
He was kind of laughing about
he's
how
not
free
the
it felt
one,
not to
you
be.
know? He's not good for this.
Right. But so Jem did it. Jim's like, Brian, get the fuck out of the way. She's dead, but I want to cut that.
Well, she's not dead, but
Yeah.
she deserves to be. Hello.
Yeah.
On a cell phone.
That was the gist of it. Correct.
At some point on January 4th, you had a conversation with Brian over the phone.
Was that a Wednesday?
I don't have a calendar out, but I think you had said, I appreciate everyone quickly move.
So the first was a Sunday.
Excuse me, 4th.
Yes, on Wednesday I did. Yes, I received a call from Brian.
And on that call, you had just seen them at about 1:30 on New Year's Eve, so about not even 4 days before.
That's correct.
And he had told you that he hadn't spoken to her in several days and that she was missing.
That's correct.
And I think you told us on direct that you were in shock. It didn't make sense to you,
That's correct.
that you were just with them.
That's correct.
And you said to Brian, did you guys have an argument? Did you have a disagreement, right?
I did.
And you asked him that repeatedly.
Oh, God, it's so hot in my mouth.
It's so hot and fresh.
And fresh. It's so hot and fresh. Delicious. Now I was going to say,
Open mouth crying.
this is the spin area here. Back it up like 10 seconds. You recall saying it was so happy.
And he had told you that he hadn't spoken to her in several days and that she was missing.
That's correct.
And I think you told us on direct that you were in shock. It didn't make sense to you,
That's correct.
that you were just with them.
That's correct.
And you said to Brian, did you guys have an argument? Did you have a disagreement, right?
I did.
And you asked him that repeatedly.
I don't know if I asked him that repeatedly. I did ask him that question.
And he said to you, no, did it look like they had an argument? You were there.
That's correct.
Because it didn't make sense to you that they hadn't spoken in days, right?
That's correct. And it also didn't make sense to me that she would leave shortly after I left. There was, yeah,
And so given that, it didn't make sense to you. You were there until 1:30. They weren't arguing.
they weren't arguing. No,
You said the night was joyful.
that's correct.
They were happy.
That's correct.
And from everything you saw and what you've told us, they were in love.
Well, they
Okay, that's the bullshit. He did not come to the... When you heard his testimony, it was not something like, oh my God,
Someone
what could have
loved
ever
this
happened between these people? It was saying, what do you mean she's missing?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean she's missing? That doesn't make any sense. It's not like, oh my... Brian,
not
well, there's no way you could have done anything to her. That's why you keep asking, did you have a fight?
Yeah.
Because that's what my normal thing is I you know,
Yeah,
I'm
did
not
she
here with you. I'm
leave
like,
us
did you have
missing, like on purpose because you're an idiot?
I hate the defense attorneys.
They were happy is a loaded statement. I think they seemed happy that night, but people are complex. So I want to make sure that I answer that question truthfully. So I did know a couple days in advance that yeah, thank you, sure.
You've been a realtor for 23 years.
25 years now.
25 years. So you're a salesperson, right? In a sense, but one of the aspects of your job is to sell properties, right?
That's correct.
And would you say that one of your greatest assets is to be able to read people?
That's true. To listen, to understand, yes.
I think you just said people are complex.
That's correct.
And so you in your professional job, part of it is to kind of be able to understand those complexities.
Yes,
To see if someone is maybe putting on a grave face or holding back, right?
sure.
And you had known Anna and Ryan Walsh as a married couple for almost 3 years at that point, right?
That's correct.
And you have spent time with them together.
Mhm.
You said that their family was like your family, right?
Sure.
And you had spent time with Ryan by himself.
I hadn't seen Brian in months at that point. And I hadn't only seen Anna physically. I hadn't seen Anna physically in months.
Okay. But in the past, in those times that you described them as family, as close friends, you would spend time with Ryan Walsh just one-on-one.
Yes, I had.
You would spend time with Anna just one-on-one.
That's correct.
She worked for you, and you described that you would be in touch all day, every day when she was working for you, right?
I can't say it was every single day, but it was,
Street to your home in the South End.
sure.
You need to hold your hand.
And you told us that she was your confidant and you were her, right?
That's correct.
You went through an intense program with Mr. Walsh, right?
That's correct.
And you spent 5 hours with them for New Year's Eve on December 31st of 2022, right?
That's correct.
And you described the night as joyful.
Jovial.
Jovial. It's full of hope.
But
And
I'm not sure.
before the break that everyone was hopeful and looking towards the new year.
Often I've called her the sister I never had.
Okay.
One of the sisters I
What?
never had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we just do this? No.
No, hold on.
I think
No,
that-
I misloaded the same thing.
As hopeful for the new year.
Brian was
Specifically, if you had to ask me
active in the
specifically as to what the mood was,
Hold on,
whether she
one
was, because
second,
I had
one
heard
second,
a couple
one
days prior. Sure.
Go ahead.
This whole thing that Brian did where he gave the money and the blah, 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 that was all a grift for him. He was going to try to work whatever, he figured rich people are going to be there. I'm going to look like I'm rich, because you got to look
Mhm.
rich to be rich and blah, blah, blah. And dress for the role job you want and all that nonsense that these.
I'm gonna have to sell all these sports memorabilia footballs that I bought offline that I'm gonna fake and
Right, exactly. And I have
forge.
Beanie Babies from 1985 that I blah, blah, blah. And, that's the kind of thing he would do as a
100%.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And that's where the complexity comes into play. I cannot know what was going on in their hearts and minds. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Of course. Yeah. Sure.
You said that everyone was laughing that night together, right?
Yeah, there was a good mood that night.
Good mood that
Yeah,
night. You never saw them argue, right?
I did not.
You said at one point that you saw them talking and laughing with each other, right?
Sure. Yes, I did.
At one point, Thomas came downstairs and they didn't shoot him back up to bed. They was happy to have their son together with you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And when Ryan was cooking with you, he was even putting a Turkish flair on some of the foods specifically for you,
Yeah,
right?
That's correct. I remember him saying that. Yeah,
And one month when you left, they weren't even telling you to leave. You just realized it was late and you should go.
that is also correct.
So when you heard that Ryan was telling you that he hadn't spoken to his wife in 3 days, that did not make sense to you.
It did not.
Because when you left at 1:30 in the morning, it was a joyful, happy occasion.
No, that's not the conclusion. Sorry, let me put my delicious factor down. That is not at all. That is a huge leap. The fact is, it didn't make sense. Why was she missing for 3 days? Not because, it was so happy there.
How is the factor, by the way? I've never had it.
Pretty good. Depends on what it is.
Yeah.
I'm using your words.
Yeah.
It was a joyful, happy occasion on New Year's.
What?
But hear me out is still eating.
Yeah, I'm not a pig. I'm not just folding it in half and liquefying it and like dumping it down my throat. Yeah. Like,
Just
put it
folding
in
the
the
whole thing and
blender.
just kind of.
yeah,
Shoveling
liquefy
it
it.
in.
Give me a straw.
Eve of January 31st, 2022.
I didn't understand how Anna could be missing and how we did not know about this since the first of the year. It had been 3 days, and our community had not been correct. We had not known about this for 3 days. I did not understand, and the tone of voice was not panicked.
So let me just ask you my question again.
Yes, thank you.
If I'm not phrasing it right.
Please.
When you left the house,
Yes.
with your good friends,
Yes.
on January 31st of January 1st now at 1:30 in the morning,
Yes.
the mood was joyful and happy.
Yes.
Redirect.
No. She's like just trying to get it in there. It was joyful and happy, right?
I think I'll be brief here.
It's a redirect.
So you said
I believe your assessment that he was about to run another scam with the sports memorabilia, and then
Oh, obviously.
yeah.
I've never met anyone who bought sports memorabilia besides OJ that actually wanted to keep
but
it.
I mean, he was a professional, like a world famous athlete, or not Brian Walsh.
Heard a couple days prior. Had you heard from Anna a couple days prior when you were saying about people being complex?
Your Honor, I apologize. I could be just losing my hearing. I can't hear Mr. Connor.
Yeah, and I'm talking into my shoulder, so that's my fault. Sir, when you were saying people are complex and you had heard a couple days prior, are you referring to your conversation with Anna a couple days prior?
Yes, I was. I am.
What is it that you heard in your
Well, I had my well-balanced factor meal, and I got my greens, my proteins, and it was all delicious. Cooked in under 3 minutes. You could hardly tell I was gone.
conversation a couple days
Again,
prior
use
that
code.
makes you say that
Use code.
Finger.
No, use code go yourself in the checkout.
people are complex?
That they had marital problems.
Objection, move to strike the characterization.
All right, and I'm going to remind you, sir, I'm going to strike
Again, he says marital problems
the
again.
marital problems of characterization, but you can.
I mean, you can strike it as much as you want. The jury's heard it like 4 times by now, right? Marital problems, marital problems, marital problems.
Without characterizing, you can discuss what you recall her saying, even if you don't remember the exact
Sure.
words.
I recall.
Let me state the question again.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Understanding what her Honor said as far as what Anna was saying.
Sure.
What is it that you heard?
Lots of opinions. Yes, I will agree. OJ never killed anyone other than Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson,
In that conversation that you just said,
which is definitively proven by the DNA evidence.
that people are complex.
Well, if I may I explain?
I think you can't, sir. I think you have to stay with just what Anna said to you.
Sure.
State what Anna said to you. If you can't, that's okay. But if you can state what Anna said to you, that's my question.
On the 29th,
Is this
when we
the
had that phone
direct?
conversation.
What?
Is this the direct or the
This is
cross?
redirect. This is redirect.
Redirect, yeah.
Yes.
She told me that there were cracks in the relationships.
Kintu Sukuroi kind of cracks?
So they keep him up there. Now there's cracks in the relationship. He gets it out there.
Look at his
And-
face
and I
right
don't-
now. Tell me that that's a stray man. Come
I
on.
don't know which words. She may have used precisely those words. She may have used other words.
Please seen sidebar objection, and I'm going to move to strike that testimony.
I'll hear you at the sidebar before I make any ruling on that.
I like him.
Let's try that question again.
So, sir, and I know it's been 3 years.
It has been.
To the best of your recollection, what I'm asking you is on that December 29th conversation, to the best of your recollection, what did Anna Walsh say
Lots of options. Yeah, that's what morons focus on.
to you that led you to say that people are complex?
The complexity I'm referring to is the fact that on the 29th,
Okay.
she gave me information. I cannot recall the exact words. She gave me information that she was
Just make them up at this point, dude.
having problems in her marriage with Brian.
And Your Honor, move to strike.
To the best of your recollection, what did she say?
Well, again, it's been 3 years, Your Honor.
If you have a recollection, you do, and if you don't, sir, that's fine too.
I remember what was discussed at the conversation. I just don't remember the exact words. I did give my testimony when it was very fresh.
And I know we're
Yeah, I understand. Sure.
jumping in the middle.
Sure.
Sir,
So we all knew this was going to happen based on the voir dire. This was all going to happen like this.
you want me to read get it right?
Okay,
So you had the conversation with Anna on the 29th.
that's correct.
Do you remember what she said? If you don't, you don't. It's okay. Do you remember what she said that makes you think that people are complex?
Well, it's not what she said that night that makes me think that people are complex. I know people are
Move
complex.
to strike.
All right, I'll strike the end, redirect the witness to the time frame.
Right.
So
Idiot.
just on December 29th,
Yeah.
what did she say to you as far as your concerns about her being?
I don't recall the exact words.
Okay, that's thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing further.
Thank you.
Any recross?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mutlu.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, let's get some regular witnesses up here.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Parole officer. This one's good.
Good afternoon, Marlenny Ramdehal.
It's another thing. Like his DNA is kept by the FBI, and the parole officer is going to totally shatter all his bullshit.
And can you please spell your name for the record?
Yes, Marlenny, Marlenny. Last name Ramdehal.
And what is your occupation, ma'am?
I am a senior U.S. probation officer,
And what is your jurisdiction?
the District of Massachusetts.
Because besides what we've seen on the stored cameras, I would have brought this. I would have brought this witness up probably second, if not first. Establish he can't go anywhere except for these places between these hours, and then you just demonstrate how he's doing everything outside these hours. But what is Brian always? What is the defense always saying? Their loving relationship. What are they going to do on New Year's Day? What are they planning? What did Brian have planned for them? Do you remember?
I can remember.
Okay, I told you earlier, though. Suba, do you remember?
Yeah, now I know, but
they were going to go to a romantic dinner, right, on New Year's Day. You're not going to kill somebody and plan a dinner the next day.
Things were fantastic.
Right? He had all these dinner reservations because they were so in love.
He's also not one to plan things and then go back on them. Like, he's a very,
But here's the problem.
he's steady.
Does what he says what he does.
He's such a idiot. He got himself on supervised parole that he has to literally do this. Here we go.
Was Mr. Walsh, the defendant, subject to conditions set by a federal district court?
He was.
And what were those conditions?
He was subject to a number of conditions to include home confinement, which limited his movement in the community.
When was the defendant authorized to leave his home?
He was authorized to leave his residence with a pre-scheduled pass, so he would have to ask permission before leaving his home.
Ruh-roh.
She's beautiful.
So that doesn't sound like a surprise dinner would work in that scenario.
Did he have set windows that he was allowed to leave?
He did.
And what was he required to do before leaving his home?
Prior to leaving his residence, he would have to have an approved schedule.
And who would approve that schedule?
I would.
Where was he allowed to go?
A client on the home confinement program is only allowed to leave the resident for essential necessities. So things such as employment, education, religion, treatment, attorney visits, court-appointed activities. He was also allowed to do things such as grocery shop, banking, grooming, things of that nature. He also had permission to do things with his children and his mother.
What about New Year's Day dinners?
So what did he need to do as far as specifying where he would go?
So on Thursdays, he was to submit schedules to me with what essential necessities would be required for the following week.
And how would he do that?
He would send me an email.
And what email did he use?
brw@10saleconsulting.com.
What permission did he have to leave the state?
He did not have permission to leave the state.
You said that he was allowed to go for necessities. Is a restaurant considered a necessity?
No, it is not.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
But that was part of his whole candlelight story. We're rekindling our love tomorrow on New Year's Day. Because we were so in love.
Necessity.
And yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing. She provides the windows that he's allowed to drop his kids off and pick them up. And it happens to be every time he's at the store or in the dumpsters.
Yeah. This parole officer's beautiful and all that, but she's no hear me out.
No, she's not, but she is beautiful.
Thank you.
Not as beautiful as Hear Me Out, obviously.
Thank you.
If he wanted to deviate from the schedule that he had submitted on Thursdays, I believe you said?
Correct. If there was a change to the schedule, he would be required to submit a new schedule request.
And how would he do that?
Again, via email.
And who would he do that to?
Myself.
So I want to ask you about Friday, January 6th of 2023. Did you see the defendant that day in person?
I did.
Okay. And what contact did you receive from him requesting permission for his window for the following week?
On January 6th, Mr. Walsh submitted a schedule for Wednesday, the 11th. He requested a haircut appointment from 1:30 to 3:15. He also requested a pass.
There's no way it takes an hour and 45 minutes to cut that hair.
For the 12th, to meet with his probate attorney from 10:30 to 3:15.
What contact did you have from the defendant on January 5th?
No, Northwest NW. It's Tensale Consulting, not Tensile. His fake business is called Tensale Consulting.
10 sale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the number 10 sale consulting.
Is he a sailor?
No, he's just a consultant.
It's a salesperson.
Of 2023.
On January 5th, Mr. Walsh contacted me to inform me of law enforcement contact, which is required by his conditions of release. He also notified me that his wife, Anna, was missing.
What was his window of
BT Dubs, my wife is missing.
release on Thursday, January 5th?
On January 5th, he had a reoccurring schedule to drop off his children between 8 a.m. and 10:30
3
a.m.
hours to dismember his wife on the 6th.
All right, 8 a.m., 10:30 a.m. That's his morning window for the
Wife
drop-off.
dismemberment.
I'm just saying, 8 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Remember that.
He then had a pass to assist his mother with some errands from 10:15 to 1:30. And then he had a reoccurring schedule to pick up his children from 3:45 to 6:15.
3:45, 6:15. All right? All the videos, I went back and looked. They're almost all exclusively in these kid pickup windows. Kid pickup and drop-off windows.
And the the morning schedule and the afternoon schedule, was that a set recurring schedule?
Correct, Monday through Friday.
And was the middle, the time that he was with his mother, was that also a recurring time, or was that something he had just requested?
He had just requested it the week prior.
And what was the window of release for Wednesday, January 4th?
The 4th would have been drop off children from 8 to 10:30. Then he had a reoccurring groceries schedule from 11 to 1:30, and again, pickup of the children from 3:15 to 6:45.
So that was all prearranged.
Correct, yes.
And what was the window of release on Tuesday, January 3rd?
And I don't get why they're going backwards here. It's just another
Tuesday,
All I can think
drop
about is, would this woman talk to Sarah Boone on the phone for 42 minutes and hug her?
probably. Like, oh my God, thank you, Sarah.
off children, 8 to
You can understand how much more damaging this would be at the beginning of the trial, saying like, hey, he was under supervision. He couldn't go to any places between these hours other than dropping his kids and picking them up. Oh, he's on a CVS. Oh, he's on a Lowe's. Oh, he's on a TJ Maxx camera. Oh, he's on a CVS camera.
10:30, pick up children 3:15 to 6:45, and he had a reoccurring schedule as well to get his trash out, and that was from 7:50 to 8:20, I believe.
In the evening?
In the evening, sorry.
Okay. And why did he need that for the trash?
And I bet Brian gave her this same creepy smile that he gives his defense attorney, be like, I gotta check in with you. Yeah.
Because it wasn't on his property.
Okay. And what was the window of release for Monday, January 2nd of 2023?
On Monday the 2nd, he only had pick up and
Which should have been a holiday.
drop off of the children, so 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., and then pick up from 3:15 to 6:45.
Okay. But did you receive some information about an unauthorized leave for that day?
I did.
So I want to know what this is. They don't answer it, but they say he had an unauthorized leave during this window that he was able to pick up his kids. And they said, well, it's not a problem because he hadn't been reported that the school is closed. But what was this report? Thank you, prosecution.
When was that?
Approximately 3:53 p.m.
And did you speak to him?
I did.
And what contact did you have with him?
I reached out to
Spoiler alert, this is about the time he's in the Lowe's in the following videos.
him to ask him about the unauthorized leave, and he indicated that he was picking up his children per usual.
Okay. And in fact, the 3:15 to 6:45, was that authorized for Monday, January 2nd, 2023 being a holiday?
It was, because there was no notification that school was not in session.
And what was the window of release on Sunday, January 1st of 2023?
On the 1st, he had submitted a request to return his mother home from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
And what do you mean return his mother home?
He indicated that his mother was staying with him post-surgery, and he was taking her back to her residence.
And when was that window established?
That would have been the week prior, so I want to say December 22nd.
And where did he indicate that he would be returning his mother?
To her residence.
And where was that, if you know?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. And at that point, did he ask permission to go to a restaurant?
He did not.
For January 1st of 2023?
He did not.
And was the defendant allowed to go places if he had not cleared it with you first?
He was not allowed to do any unapproved stops.
I might have one moment.
You may.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, so she just testified he is not allowed to go to a restaurant without permission, right? So what better way to handle this from the defense than say, well, he might not get approved, right? So
Cross-exam.
Yes, thank you. No, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So did I hear you right that said the Mr. Walsh asked to be able to go 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sunday, January 1st? He asked that the prior week of December 22nd.
That is correct.
And there were to go
were there no exceptions for love?
out to a restaurant that would have been ready.
It would need court approval. Probation does not have the authority to approve non-essential necessities.
So you'd have to go through a court process that take quite a while to go through the federal court process.
It's a motion to the court, so it's just a documentation that needs to be submitted.
But it has to be filed, it has to be decided, it has to be returned.
That is correct.
So, and there's always the chance that it wouldn't be allowed.
Correct.
So if somebody like Mr. Walsh wanted to take his wife out to a restaurant for New Year's Day, there's a chance that he would be permitted and get permission to take his wife to a New Year's Day dinner, even if he had filed a request.
There is that chance, correct.
Yeah, there's a chance it could be approved. So I don't know what you just did there, defense attorney, other than prove that Brian thinks he can get away with stuff if he doesn't get caught. You're muted, Suma. But is that not what he just drilled into the jury's brain?
Yeah.
He feels he can do something as long as he didn't get caught.
Yeah.
State your name and spell your last name for the record.
Sure, it's Tony Macrena, Macrina.
Where do you work, sir?
Home Depot.
Did we see this guy already?
At the bottom of the screen, there's a date and time. Are the dates and times accurate on the Home Depot videos?
Yes, they are.
And to be clear, this is Rockland, right?
Correct.
Okay. Ms. Gilman, if you could press play.
Look at this idiot. No, sorry, that's the end of the video. Here we go.
Free ad for Coca-Cola.
Here we go. There he is.
Yeah.
If you press play.
He's like something out of Despicable Me.
No, it's really like something out of Candid Camera, right? Where somebody's like fast sped up, like while they're going around like
but his physicality is like so like.
Look, he's wearing gloves and a mask in the Lowe's.
Is he really?
Yes. You see the blue gloves there, and he's got the black mask on. He's got buckets. He's got mops. He's got a mop bucket in there. He's got these 2 bags on the bottom. They turn out to be 12 pounds bags of baking soda. So he's got 2 of them. And he's such an idiot. He can't manage the self-checkout. I mean, I think Lowe's has one of the greatest self-checkouts ever. They got the wireless scanner. You just go beep 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 all your stuff, and they might help you if you can't find the barcode because they're just like being friendly, right? But he's standing back there like I don't get it. Like he's not. So there's no cashier, so they're not going to recognize him. Oh, here's my Tyvek suit. Oh, here's my hacksaw. Here's my camera. Here's my mop and my brush. Oh, no, here's another broom with a sweeper pan. There we go. Oh, they fell down. Oh, okay. So I got 5 buckets here.
What's he doing with the buckets?
Well, I don't think Brian understands you can empty out a bucket after it's filled because he already bought 5 buckets at Lowe's.
Buckets with.
He didn't
here we go. Yeah, and I got this brush here, and this. What pisses me off is the prosecution still doesn't go line by line through this receipt.
He doesn't want to leave any evidence, Forrest.
All right, stop touching my baking soda. I get this. Okay, I'll take this lid off. Okay, I'll take one of these buckets out. I put my stuff in there. Maybe not.
We stopped to Google. How do I fit buckets in cart?
All right, throw cleaning supply. Okay, we'll throw the cleaning supplies in this bucket. In that Tyvek suit. All right.
It's very stupid.
Let me punch my rewards card in here. Hold on a sec.
This man's entire life has been doing things that he has not the capacity to do, and all of the wrong things besides that.
He's incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Like I said, buy something else. Buy some swatches. Buy some tile. Buy some AAA batteries. Buy a Gatorade at the counter. Buy anything other than you're using to clean up a murder scene, Brian. Buy a lawnmower. Anything.
Flower pots.
Let me tuck my brush in here. Let's get the thing. Let me get my little mop over here.
Dumberer.
And get my mop bucket on the top there.
Look at his stupid face.
All right, so we got Scotch heavy duty 54 yards, 1 pack.
No.
Scotch heavy duty 54 yard. These are all the plastic drop downs, I think. And then we got three 3 milliliter clear plastic sheets, 2 pack. Another Tyvek suit with hood boot. Or no, sorry, Tyvek with hood boot. Another set of that. Heavy duty canopy tarp.
I mean,
canvas drop cloth. Fat Max auto lock tape measure.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Well, there you go. There's your item that can't be exactly.
well, he doesn't want to make it too big.
Yeah, he's probably trying to learn from his recent mistakes.
Quickie 24-inch multi-surface fiberglass. Quickie bulldozer super stiff angle. Extra large precision angle broom. Home leak proof. Lid.
You know,
Yeah, these are the buckets.
she was not a large
mop
woman.
bucket.
This did not have to be such a production.
Sandy something tarp died. And then hatchet. 1 baking soda, 12 ounces or 12 pounds, 2 of them in a mop bucket. How are you not going to have the witness read out like there's a hatchet on this receipt?
For a man who literally does nothing.
Oh my God.
Actually, stay right there, Ms. Gilman. Sir, on A&H baking soda, what is that?
That is a 12-pound bag of baking soda. It was the one that was on the bottom of the cart.
Maybe he's making cookies.
Home Depot sells 12 pounds of baking soda?
Yes.
Could you state your name as...
So we get another apartment manager here who has cameras on her dumpsters where Brian is throwing away body
Spell your
parts.
first and last name for us?
Kaliroi Palaiologos, Kaliroi, last name Palaiologos.
Where do you work, ma'am?
I work at Beacon Communities, more specifically, Chatham West and the Pines.
What does it say as far as the date and time?
January 3rd, 2023.
And the time?
5:11 at night.
Do you remember that time? That's within the kid pickup window. He's not following his schedule,
Okay. Now,
which probably means he has his kids in the car, which is all the more disgusting. Man, Daddy's just got to stop and drop something off here.
Are they calling his mom as a witness?
That would be great if they do. I hope they do. She's up there with the brooch and the hair is just...
Very equestrian /
She's like, I saw a psychic. Oh, not to that yet with the psychic stuff. Yeah, here he is. After that testimony, he's just like,
Right? Am
here we
I
go.
what?
Look, as the jury's walking out. Hey, God, did you see that pterodactyl come down on them?
sir, could you state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, it's Christopher Bernasconi, and the last name is Bernasconi.
Where do you work, sir?
I work for TJ Maxx.
You know, in Europe, they call it TK Maxx.
And the only reason I think he's visiting here based on his purchases. Okay, TK Maxx. I don't get it.
It's just, you know, Derek, he finds joy in.
He's lowbrow. He's lowbrow.
That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah.
The only thing I think he's buying here at TJ Maxx is clothes after he did the search of, is it better to throw away crime scene clothes or clean them?
Yeah.
Because for some
we
reason,
don't know what the results are. Maybe the results were like, go to TJ Maxx.
He's just buying pants here.
And the time on the video, is it fair to say that's 9:44 and 24 seconds as far as the start time?
That's correct.
9:44 on 1/4. This is again in the drop-off window for his kids.
He could have gotten pants at Walmart, and that would have looked better. I think
Less
he did.
time for
Does he only own one pair of pants? Why do you have to replace it right away? Be like, oh my God, I threw one. I threw my crime scene clothes out. People are going to know that I didn't have another pants.
This is the public view monitor in the queue line, which is essentially the checkout area.
Ms. Gilman, can we go to the final video? So where's this one?
This is about the cash register. Where's the forward?
This is 400% speed. I couldn't stand it at 200%. Look how dumb
This
and
is
stupid this guy is.
400%.
Yes.
Holy crap!
Yep.
Let me take these tags off your slacks here, sir. This wallet, okay, and this other pair of socks, and whatever this is. He's like, I'm dying to get him.
I was just thinking of the Benny Hill theme. Gigi, actually. But I thought it's a little bit too...
And of course, he pays with a gift card again. He's confused. He's like, "Oh, I didn't thought it'd be out. Oh, okay."
Transaction conducted, was it cash or charge?
It was a store value card.
Store value card. Meaning gift card. Again with the gift cards. All right. Now this is the last witness. This is her best friend.
State your full name for the record and spell your name. Yes.
Does get a little emotional. She is great, though. This is the perfect way to end the case.
Alissa Kirby, Alissa B as in boy, Y. And where were you living in December of 2022?
I was living in Chevy Chase, Washington, D.C.
And were you familiar with Anna and Brian Walsh?
Yes.
And how were you familiar with the Walshes?
We were friends. I was introduced through my brother and sister-in-law.
And what's your brother's name?
Peter Kirby.
And so how would you characterize your relationship with Anna Walsh?
Yeah. Anna and I quickly became really close friends. And yeah, we were new best friends, we called it. And we spent a lot of time together. We just kind of clicked like sisters.
And when did you become so close?
Shortly after she moved to Washington, D.C. and lived nearby.
So you said she lived nearby?
Yes.
Can you tell us how far she lived from you?
About 5 minutes around the corner, 5-minute walk.
And how often would you see her when you, once she moved to Washington, D.C.?
No,
I would say we
really
planned to try to see each other about once a week. It wasn't always that, but
I got to fix that tomorrow.
about that.
And how often would you communicate with her?
Similarly, about once a week, or when she would come back to D.C., we'd talk about when we could meet up and hang out.
Yes.
And did you know Will Fastow?
I knew of him, yes.
And how did you know of Will Fastow?
Shortly after I started spending more time with Anna, she would talk to me about him as
Monster.
So this is her best friend, but they haven't known each other for very long. Right?
Maybe
I'm
a year
not
or two.
judging, I'm just curious.
Year or two. No, I think a year or two,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
Is her best friend in DC that where she was spending
Right.
most
Also,
of her time?
that's the kind of age where like people meet, their next forever friend kind of thing.
the man who sold her house, but then her interest in him and just hearing a lot about him as a person.
And what did she tell you about him?
She told me of that she was interested in him, that she had a crush on him, but it was a lot more talk about their connection and I guess what she wanted to have happen with him and her, I guess, just her interest.
And what did she tell you about telling Brian Walsh about this crush on Will Fastow?
She told me that she was open with Brian about her crush on Will and that he knew.
In Christmas of 2022, did you have communication with Brian Walsh on that day?
Yes.
And how did that happen?
Brian called me that day, and because he rarely or almost never called me, I answered, and he was looking for Anna because he said he hadn't heard from her. And so because she lived around the corner, I offered to go over there and check on her.
And what happened? Did you go over and check on her?
As I was getting ready to go, he had messaged me back that he had gotten in touch with her.
So when you say that you had talked to him first and offered to check on her, did you do that in text, on the phone, or something else?
I believe that first time was a phone call, and then later was a text message.
And do you remember what time of day that phone call was?
Not exactly, but maybe I feel like it was noon or early afternoon.
Okay. And what was his demeanor when you spoke to him on the phone?
That day, I think he was worried or a little bit nervous.
And approximately how long was it after you had spoken to him that he texted you?
I think it was within 10 minutes because I was getting ready to go, and it was fast enough that I hadn't left yet.
And did you speak with Anna Walsh that day on Christmas Day?
Yes.
And when did you speak with Anna Walsh that day?
It was much later that day in the afternoon. I was already with family for the holiday, and she called me as she was
Hey, let's see if we can get those likes above 100.
driving up to Massachusetts.
And what was her demeanor when she called you?
She was very upset.
And when you say very upset, can you describe that?
Yeah, she was angry, and she was upset that Brian would have called me that day because, she said that she'd only not spoken to him for an hour and a half or 2 hours. It really hadn't been that long. And, there was already some strife. And then she had...
Sustained, non-responsive. So I'll strike the last part. Ask the next question.
Certainly. So how long did you speak with her for that day?
Maybe 20 minutes.
And did you arrange to see her again? Yes. And when did you plan to see Anna Walsh?
I can't remember exactly when we planned it, but I know we had planned a day to get together right before New Year's to kind of see each other, hang out, catch up, and like celebrate like a New Year's together.
And did you see her to have that celebration?
Yes.
And what day was that you saw her to have that celebration?
I believe it was the 29th.
And that was the 29th of what month?
Oh, December.
Of 2022.
Correct.
And where did you go?
We went a few places. We started at the bar that was across from where we lived that we'd been to a few times. And then we later went out to a karaoke dancing bar.
And how long did you stay out that night?
Like 6 hours.
So what was her demeanor that night?
So that night, because of what happened after Christmas, she was really upset. She was kind of breaking down because everything had been really hard, which Anna was always a very strong person. So that was very unusual for her.
And remember, we're contrasting this emotional person, her best friend that has just needs to talk about her being gone, with this slug.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even believe he had it in him to chop someone up, honestly.
And she was just really upset about so much. She really hit a breaking point. And
there's money involved. He'll do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of things because she was so upset.
Miss Kirby, can you tell me what she was upset about?
She was primarily upset about her and Brian's relationship, about being so far away from the kids, and feeling like she was upset having found out that the federal case was delayed, or she thought the federal case was delayed by Brian, and that she just really wanted to be with her kids.
Because he's a turd and he did delay it.
Their marriage had been really strained for a long time, and she told me how like upset she was and how frustrating that was, and how she was really at a breaking point.
Because I'm going to remind you.
Had you seen her like this before?
No. Anna was usually someone very, very happy, very joyful, very strong.
Hey, no characterizations, just your observation. Next question.
When talking, did she use specific words about what she had said to the defendant, what she had said to Brian Walsh about the legal case?
What she told me about that was that she was upset because she wanted him to take responsibility. She wanted their family together. She wanted that whole process to be over, and she wanted him to be responsible, be accountable, and do whatever he had to do to keep their family together.
Oh no, Brian, that's not good.
And what did she mean? What did she tell you that she meant by the word responsibility?
Yeah, at that point in time, responsibility was potentially just taking jail time and admitting wrongdoing and just owning a mistake, and so that their family, that she would be waiting for them and that their family could be together.
Did she give you specifics of what she had told you about the amount of time?
I think it was all an estimate, but at the time she thought maybe a year.
What did she tell you?
She ended up getting 37 months.
About the physical separation and her family staying together?
So is he not done?
Sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're asking.
I'm sorry.
What? Say it again.
Did he not do any time during their marriage?
No, not up until his murder arrest. He hadn't been incarcerated.
That's too bad, because that would have been the time for her to be like, you know what? It's much better without that.
Well, no, but I'm saying that's what his long con was. He's like, look, I'm the caretaker for the kids. My wife works. I'm at home with the kids. You got to keep me out of the jail. That's why they put him on the strict schedule. And he can't even stick to that while he's going around and picking up his murder cleanup kits.
Yeah.
Ask that well. What did she tell you about being in different states and what that physical separation might mean?
Yeah, that it was really difficult for the family, but that also, because of how difficult things were, she was contemplating what that could mean legally being able to take her children to Washington, D.C. And also the physical separation from a husband was very difficult for her.
What, if anything, did she tell you about having established a separate household?
And he hadn't been sentenced because he proceeded to steal everything from his dad's property, and they were like, maybe we're going to do a joinder on the case.
I remember hearing something like they had letters that people had written in support of him. I don't remember what it was. Having a shorter sentence or,
his wife wrote a letter.
Yeah, and a few other people, but I don't remember what that situation was.
They're saying, well, his parents didn't like him. They said he was evil and he would never amount to anything, and he was a doesn't mean they're wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, that she had told me that everything was set up in her name, the house in Washington, D.C., and the bills where everything was in her name. So she was trying to figure out a way that she could have the kids with her in D.C.
What, if anything, did she tell you about her intimate relationship with Brian Walshe?
She told me that, aside from everything being really difficult, that they had not been intimate in a really long time, like maybe over a year, I think she had said.
And what did she tell you as to why?
She said it was because...
he had an extremely small penis. Now, I don't know why that makes a difference from like a year before, or like, right, if he always just had an extremely small penis.
That Brian had been really depressed, and that the strain of the case had really just taken a toll on his mental health and their marriage, and that she felt also that that her energy was being really drained.
Was she specific about what she meant by her energy being drained?
Yeah, at that time, she was saying that Brian was calling her several times a day, that she felt physically and emotionally exhausted traveling back and forth from DC to Massachusetts. It was just a lot on her body, mind, soul.
Oh, no. What's the defense is going to get? She's physically exhausted, so she could have died like unexpectedly.
And that, that also just like emotionally feeling like she had to be the strong one was very draining for her.
What did she tell you about Brian and his mother?
She had always said that.
Your Honor, objection. I'll see you at the side of the bench.
For one thing, you cannot tell them apart. That's for starters.
Yeah, it might have been Brian talking with a wig.
Kirby, in this conversation on December 29th, what did she tell you about Brian and his mother and a psychic?
She told me that Brian had told her that his mom went to a psychic and that the psychic had said that she was having an affair.
I don't care. I'm out at that point. I'm out. You're listening to your mother telling you I'm having an affair. You're listening to a psychic.
And that night she told me how ridiculous that was and how like she was very upset by that. And she'd always felt that Brian's mom didn't like her and that it was scary.
Did she say why? Why that was scary?
Yeah, I think because she always...
Objection as to, I think.
Yes, sustained.
Did she say why? Not your opinion, just did she say why in that conversation?
Yes, what she said as to why was that she felt like his mom never really liked her and never like wanted her in the picture, basically.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd ask to publish from one picture from Exhibit 145 on page 39.
It's already in evidence?
It is already in evidence, just the picture.
You may publish it.
Thank you. Ms. Kirby, do you recognize that picture? Yes. Can you tell me who's that a picture of? Picture of me and Anna. And when was that picture?
My God.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this real emotion. Well, let me show you Brian's emotion a sec again. Right after this testimony, this is him.
He's like, "What do you think?"
Got some pretty good questions in there. I just didn't know it.
Who was that?
Somebody who's an actual human.
At this time, I'd ask to publish from one picture from Exhibit 145 on page 39.
It's already in evidence?
It is already in evidence, just the picture.
You may publish it.
Thank you. Ms. Kirby, do you recognize that picture? Yes. Can you tell me who's that a picture of? Picture of me and Anna. And when was that picture taken? That night we went out on the 29th. I'm sorry, did you say that was the night from the 29th? That was during that night of December 29th. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Gilman. You can take that now. Did you see Anna Walshe after the evening of December 29th into December 30th, because you said you were out late, of 2022?
No.
And when did she leave for Massachusetts?
She left that next day on the 30th.
And when did you expect her to return to Washington, D.C.?
I think she had said like the third or fourth. It was a few days after New Year's. She was planning to come back.
Of January?
Correct.
Okay. And when was the last time that you communicated with Anna Walshe?
Right after midnight on New Year's Day.
And after that exchange with Anna Walshe on New Year's Day, right after midnight, did you get text from Brian Walshe?
Yes, on the 2nd.
Your Honor, I'd ask to get an exhibit and then approach.
Okay.
And what are those?
Text messages between me and Brian.
Your Honor, may we publish Exhibit 164 for the jury?
You may.
Thank you.
So I'd specifically like to ask about on January 3rd, if we could go down. Can you read on page 2, can you read that in green?
Yes. It says, hello, I know we did this a week ago, but have you heard from Anna?
And how did you respond to that?
I said, hey, Brian, sorry for the delay. I was sleeping. I have the flu and I'm super sick. I texted with Anna on New Year's Day, but no, haven't heard from her. Is she working today? She's usually running around super busy with work.
And when did you send that?
It looks like on January 3rd at 12:51 p.m.
And then did Mr. Walsh respond to you?
He said, you're right. I'll let you know when she calls. Feel better soon.
And then did you contact him later?
After that, I said, thank you. Yeah. And then the next morning I was sick, so I slept the whole day. The next morning when I realized I hadn't heard back, I texted him, did you ever hear back?
And then what happened?
And then he said, no, they're looking for her at work now. And that's when I got really scared that something was wrong.
So what did you do after hearing that?
After that, I called my brother and I asked if he had heard from her and was explaining the situation.
Well, we can stop the publication. I'm sorry.
Sustained.
So just tell me what you did. What did you do?
After the text message, I called my brother and
that's fine. That's all. And then, what did you do after calling your brother? Did you speak with Brian Walsh at some point on the phone?
I did, but I don't remember if it was later that day or the next day on the phone.
And who was on the phone with Brian Walsh?
There were some calls that was just me and Brian, and there was one call with Brian and his mother.
And what was the call with Brian and his mother like?
Well, his mother was pretty combative. I think she sounded.
You approach sidebar?
Yes.
Did we already hear this part?
No.
Okay. I edited it a couple times, so that's why I don't know.
Going back for just a moment, on the 29th, did Anna ever tell you how Brian reacted to his mother saying, the psychic saying that she was having an affair?
Yeah, she told me that he thought it was equally as crazy, or that was what he said to her.
And yet,
can you tell me how you recognize that jacket?
As Anna's jacket, one that she wore.
His mother doesn't seem like she's very well liked.
This is such a weird decision. The defense wanted her face blurred out, right? But they admitted it's her jacket. Like that just seems like a metaphor of him erasing her from existence.
I understand why they wanted to do it, but it's actually doing the opposite. We know who it is. We've seen millions of pictures of her now. Like, why would you? This blurring her face out is not going to make this any less creepy or emotional.
No, they showed respect for her. They blurred her face out.
Maybe they should have just cut the head off, just chop the picture right there. I mean, this is so stupid. Right.
Last one.
Good afternoon, Ms. Kirby.
Good afternoon.
It sounds like you and Anna got very close very fast.
Yes.
When she was down there, you guys would try to see each other about once a week?
Yeah.
Okay. And while she was down there, she was working for Tishman's Fire?
Yes.
And obviously you would text or talk on the phone sometimes during the week?
Yes.
And sometimes go for coffee walks around the neighborhoods?
Not coffee, but often walks, or we would meet up. Yeah.
I'm imposing my own desire. Okay. And her work schedule was pretty demanding while she was down in DC.
Yes.
And it wasn't uncommon that she would work until 7 or 8 o'clock at night?
Yeah, that was what she would tell me, yes.
Okay. And then on top of that, she was flying back and forth to Boston on Thursdays or Fridays and returning on Sunday nights or Mondays?
Yeah, often Mondays, and then returning Thursday or Friday.
Okay. I want to talk to you a little bit about that Christmas Day phone call from Mr. Walsh.
Okay.
You had mentioned that it was not common or out of the ordinary for him to have called you.
Yes.
Okay. And I think you described him on that call as nervous and worried, right?
Yes.
And this was Christmas Day?
Yes.
And I think you told us it was about noon or a little bit past noon when he had reached out to you?
Mm-hmm.
And what he said is that he and the boys were expecting her home for Christmas and he hadn't heard from her.
What I recall he said was just ask me if I had heard from her because he hadn't heard from her.
Okay. And because of that nervousness or worry in his voice, you actually offered to go swing by her house to see if she was there.
Yeah, I thought that she was already back home for Christmas, and so that worried me, so I offered to go over.
Okay. And I think you said within 10 or 15 minutes, he actually reached out to be like, we're good. She reached out to me. She's okay.
He said he'd heard from her.
Okay. You had told us that you had also spoken to Anna on the 25th on the telephone?
Yes.
And you were telling us that she was angry and upset that Mr. Walsh had called you.
Yes, she was angry that, he had bothered me that day with that because she felt it had not been that long since they had spoken.
Okay. So it was Christmas Day and she was upset that he bothered you on a holiday and that he worried you. You had mentioned that Anna had a friend named William Fastow?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you told us that she shared with you that she had a crush on him.
Yes.
And she told you that she told her husband that she had a crush on him.
Yes.
And that Anna, when she was talking about sharing that with her husband, that they always had an open, honest relationship.
Yes, that's what she said.
Okay. And in that conversation, when she was telling you about how she had told her husband about having a crush on Will, that Brian wasn't the jealous type.
When she told me that, I was surprised, and she said that was the relationship, they were open, and that he wasn't jealous.
And not only was he not jealous, that she kind of wished he was a little more jealous.
I think in the way that a wife would want a husband to be protective. Yes.
Okay. And during the time you were friends in DC with Anna, and during these conversations, she never told you that she was having a romantic relationship with Will Fastow?
Not specifically, no. We talked a lot about Will, but not that anything had ever actually happened.
Okay. So you believe that they had a connection and she had a crush, but she never told you that they had been romantic or intimate?
Correct.
I think you had said that during this conversation on the 29th, Anna had said that lately she was just feeling drained of energy, right?
Drained of energy just due to everything going on. Yeah.
Okay. And she had also told you that she was someone that would stay up late and get up early in the morning, right?
I think she kept a busy schedule, not that she specifically always stayed up late and got up early, but that, she was doing lunch. She just was a very energetic, passionate person.
And towards the end of December, there was a shift. There was a change in that.
Yes.
And she told you that she was falling asleep earlier and getting up later, and that was unusual for her.
Yeah, that she was really just starting to be sad, and everything was taking a toll on her. Yeah.
Okay. And it was when she was reporting this to you, she was talking about how even sleep, that she was falling asleep earlier. Falling asleep earlier in the night. She was sleeping later in the morning than she usually would.
Oh, because she's going to die.
I don't recall that exactly, just that she said that she felt so tired and burnt out.
Okay. You had mentioned that you had plans to get together on 12/29, but you also had plans to go out on December 20th, the week before.
I don't think I remember that exactly.
Okay.
But we often would try to make plans and then things would shuffle, so.
Okay. Yeah. The plans I'm talking about on the 20th, she had canceled because she wasn't feeling
right. Yes.
Okay. Right. You shared with us during that long night out with Anna that the two of you were talking a lot about how it was difficult that she was away from her family. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I apologize. And she told you that she said to Brian, you need to resolve this. Even if you go to jail, we'll be here for you when you get out.
She didn't specifically say like this, then this. It was more like a conversation about taking responsibility, accountability, what that would mean, that could mean just owning it and taking the jail time if that was because the sentencing hadn't happened. So we didn't know exactly what it would be, but that was something she wanted for him to take care of their family in that way and just take responsibility.
Okay.
Have it be done.
And I think you told us earlier on direct that she said to him, we'll be there even if that happens, meaning her and the boys.
And I don't think she said that directly. It was more like communicating to me that she wanted their family to be together, even if that meant jail time. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they were still figuring out like what to do. They'd been living apart and she wasn't sure what would happen.
And so what you're telling us is that she wanted her family together and that she wanted him to do whatever it took so that her and Brian and the boys could be together.
Yeah.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Any redirect?
Ms. Kirby, did she want her family together?
Objection, Your Honor.
She stated it. She can answer it. So rephrase the question.
On December 29th, did she tell you, did she want her family together?
I think.
Objection, Your Honor.
All right, listen to the question. Answer the question if you can.
On December 29th, what did she tell you about if she wanted her family together?
She said that she wanted her family together. She also was exhausted and not really sure what to do, but I think she wanted her.
As to I think. All right. Sustained.
On December 29th, what did she tell you about if she loved the defendant, Brian Walshe?
She told me that he would often not tell her he loved her and would always ask her how much she was in love with him. And that she told me that this time she answered not as much because of everything that had happened. And yeah, that she was falling out of love, and also that she wanted, I think she saw.
Objection, Your Honor.
Again, I know it's a long time ago, but it has to be the statement she made to you, not what you think or what you understood from it. It's statements that she made to you.
Okay, sorry. And on December 29th of 2022, how did she physically appear to you?
Tired.
And on December 29th of 2022, did you go out to karaoke?
Yes.
And did she go dancing?
Yeah, it was karaoke dancing.
Thank you.
Any recross?
Dinner, drinks,
The
drugs.
witness may step down. Thank you.
John's together.
Counsel at the side of the bench.
All right, so then we get one last clip of this moron again. The clip I've already shown a couple times.
Please leave your notebooks in the chairs. Watch your stuff.
Were there
Look how
happy
happy he is.
questions?
Yeah.
You think at all the questions they were asking?
Asking her how
Doesn't
much she
matter.
loved him, like.
And then, do you think it went well? Stop looking at me, you asshole. The jury is still in the courtroom. The jury's still here. Oh, okay.
That stupid smile.
You guys are ready? Yeah. You think it went well? You think so?
His hair does itself.
All right, that's the end of the last video for tonight. So,
Kiss your finger.
Kiss your finger. I don't know what's going to work out with tomorrow. If he testifies, I've got to cover it live, but I do have work to do, and I have a band concert tomorrow night. So, Sumo, would you like to sign off?
Are you kicking me out?
Yo, would you like to?
Suma,
Yes.
get the hell out.
Yeah, enough. Remember the code word. Get out. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Delete your archives.
Rose.
Derek, you want to say anything? There you go. Go ahead.
Rose.
Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. We will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to Suma, Cum Loudmouth, and X Derek. This show never should have been on the internet, right? Good night.